Yeah, hi everyone, welcome to PrepFusion. So today we are starting our new topic which is limits. So I hope you have already studied the basic mathematical foundation, which was the last video that was of roughly around 7 hours. So if you have studied that, then only you should be studying limits. So now we will understand the meaning of limits. It is a very simple chapter, very straightforward. Okay, so let's get started. What is the meaning of limit? So somewhere in your paper you will find something like this: limit x tending to a f of x. What is the meaning of this? Limit x tending to a. What is the meaning of this sign? Tending to limit x tending to a f of x. What is the meaning of this? The meaning of this is that let me know the value of fx. Let me know the value of fx, the value of fx near x equals to a, not at x equals to a, near x equals to a. And what is the meaning of near x equals to a? What values are there near to a? Near x equals to a, do you remember? Yes sir, near to a, sir, there are two kind of values, a plus and a minus. A plus is just after a minus is just before a. So you need to find out the value of fx just near x equals to a. That means you need to tell me the value of fx at a plus and a minus. That means if this is written limit x tending to a fx, what does that mean? That means you need to find out the value of fx at x equals to a and value of fx at x equals to a minus, at x equals to a plus and at x equals to a minus. So can I call it f of a plus and can I call it f of a minus? Yes sir. So if it is written limit x tending to a fx, that means you need to find out the value of fx near to a. Find out the value of fx near to a, not at a, near to a. That means you need to find out the value of fx at a plus and a minus. And if your a plus and a minus value are coming equal, then you will say that limit exist, and they are coming equal to, let's just say, some constant value k. So what you will say? Then you will say that yes sir, limit exists and it is equal to k. And if they are not coming out to be equal, then what you will say? You will say limit does not exist. Limit does not exist. That's it. So when we are studying about limit, we have nothing to do with f of a. Like, this is not our matter of concern. This will never be our matter of concern. We don't have anything to do with this. When I am saying x tending to a, that means you need to find out the value of fx near to a. That means at a plus and a minus. Okay. So what does that mean? That x is, this is the x-axis. This is the x-axis we have made. So x is tending to a. X is tending to a. So it can tend from left hand side as well. It can tend from left hand side as well. That means you are coming near to a from the left hand side, and here you are coming near to a from the right hand side. So when you are calculating a minus, that means you are coming from the left hand side, no? So this is known as left hand limit. What it is known as? This is known as left hand limit. Left hand limit. And what this is known as? This is known as right hand limit. Because if you are approaching a from the right hand side, then whom you will encounter? You will encounter a plus. That's why it is known as right hand limit, and this is known as left hand limit. Understandable? So what is the meaning of limit x tending to a f of x? That means you need to find out the value of fx near x equals to a, not at x equals to a. Okay, near x equals to a, near x equals to a. And what is the meaning of near x equals to a? Near x equals to a means x equals to a plus or x equals to a minus. That means you need to find out the value of fx at a plus and a minus. If they are coming equal, then you would say that yes, the limit exists and it is equals to the value of which they are equal. And if they are not equal, then you will say limit does not exist. Let's solve a question and you will be able to understand in a better manner. So this is the graph of fx is given, fx versus x is given. You need to find out these values. Limit x tending to minus 5 f of x. What you need to find out? First, what you need to find out? So limit x tending to minus 5 f of fx. This is what I need to find out. What does that mean? That means near to minus 5, you need to tell me the value of fx. That means minus 5 plus and minus 5 minus. This is what we need to find out. We need to find out two values. The value of fx near to minus 5. So after minus 5 and just before minus 5, what all are the values? So after minus 5, where is minus 5? This is minus 5. What is this value? This value is 4. So just after minus 5, where will be just after minus 5? Just after minus 5 will be this point. Just after minus 5, the value is also 4. Just before minus 5, the value is also 4. Right? So this value is also 4. This value is also 4. Both are equal. Both are equal. That means yes, limit exists. Limit exists. And what will be the value of limit? So you will simply write down the value of limit is nothing but 4. So how will you show it? You will show in this manner that limit x tending to minus 5 f of x is coming out to be equals to 4. That's it. Yes, limit exists. If this is written, the meaning of this particular expression, what is the meaning of this expression? The meaning of this expression is simply that value of fx near to minus 5 is nothing but 4. Value of fx near to minus 5 is nothing but 4. Is that understandable to you? Let's solve the other question. Limit x tending to minus 3 f of x. Limit x tending to minus 3 f of x. This is what we need to find out. Right? So what we will find out? We have to find out the value of fx near to minus 3. So at minus 3 plus and at minus 3 minus. These values we need to find out. Just after minus 3, just before minus 3. So just after minus 3, what is the value? Nearly it is equals to 4 only. Just after minus 3, just after minus 3. The value is just below 4 or nearly equals to 4. And just before minus 3, it is equals to 4 only. Right? So yes, these values are equals to 4. So limit exists. And what is the value of limit? Limit, the value of limit is nothing but 4. There you go. Understandable? So this is how you check. Let's take next example. Limit x tending to what? X tending to minus 1 f of x. Limit x tending to minus 1 f of x. This is what we need to find out. That means we need to find out the value of fx just after minus 1 and just before minus 1. So what is the value just after minus 1? Just after minus 1. Just after minus 1. You check. Just after minus 1, the value is 4. Just after minus 1. Right? Just after minus 1, the value is 4. And just before minus 1, what is the value? Just before minus 1. Just before minus 1, the value is 3. Just before minus 1, the value is minus 3. Right? Just before minus 1, the value is minus 3. What does that mean? Both are not equal. Limit does not exist. Limit does not exist. Or what you will say? What you will say? You will write down in this manner. You can write down limit x tending to minus 1, x tending to minus 1, f of x equals to not defined or undefined. Undefined. This is undefined. Because just before minus 1, the value is different. Just after minus 1, the value is different. That means it is undefined. Limit that does not exist. Let's take the next example. Next example, they are asking near 4. Near 4. That means you need to find out limit x tending to 4 f of x. That means you need to find out the value of fx just after 4 and just before 4. So just after 4, what is the value? Just before 4, what is the value? Look at the graph and let me know the answer. Just after 4, the value is 5 only. Just before 4, the value is also 5. Nearly 5 only, no? Just after 4, you will say, sir, value is somewhat lesser than 5, but it is nearly 5. Because what is the meaning of 4 plus? Just after 4, which you don't know. 4 plus means 4.00000001, right? So you don't know what is just after 4. So just after 4, the value is 5, and just before 4, the value is also 5. So yes, limit exists, and limit exists, and what limit is equivalent to? Limit is simply equivalent to nothing but 5 only. Is that understandable to you? Absolutely, sir. And let's take the last example, A, B, C, D, E. Limit x tending to what? Limit x tending to 7 f of x. Limit x tending to 7 f of x. So you need to find out the value just after 7 and just before 7. So just after 7. Look at 7, there is a bubble. At 7, I have made a bubble. Okay, here I have made a bubble. But when I am finding out the limit, do I care about f of 7? No, I only care about after 7 and before 7. When I am finding out the limit, I only care about after 7, before 7. I don't care what is the value at 7. So my matter of concern is after 7 and before 7. What is the value after 7? So value after 7 is minus 1. Value before 7, that is also, sir, nearly minus 1 only. So both values are minus 1 only. Someone will say that, sir, f of 7 is undefined. So what? F of 7, at f of 7 you are having bubble and the value would be infinity, because if on the graph it is not shown, then the value would be going to infinity or minus infinity. Better I should say minus infinity, or whatever the value is, it is not even defined. So f of 7 is undefined. But that doesn't mean that you cannot find out the limit. You can find out the limit, because when I am finding out the limit, my matter of concern is near 7, not exactly 7. So after 7 the value is minus 1, before 7 the value is minus 1 only. So both of the values are minus 1 only. That means yes sir, limit exists and the value of limit is nothing but minus 1 only. Is that understandable to you or not? Very simple concept, very straightforward concept. So the concept of limit is absolutely clear to you. If you know the graph, you can tell the value of limit. That means your value of x is tending towards a. It can tend from left hand side, it can tend from right hand side. That means what is the value near to a? At a plus, a minus, just after a, just before a. If the values are same, that means you will say limit exists and the value is equal to the value which they are equal to. And if they are not equal, then you will say limit does not exist. Understandable? That's it. This is the core concept, nothing else. Simple mathematics I am asking, you need to simplify this function. We will come back to limits, okay? Sir, suddenly we were studying limits, why you are asking this mathematical problem? We will come back to limits again, just your mathematics I am testing, okay? You need to simplify this function. What will be your f of x? Someone would say that, sir, it is simply written x square minus 2 square. It is simply, sir, x square minus 2 square upon x plus 2. That means, sir, I can apply a square minus b square. So it will be a plus b multiply with a minus b and divided by x plus 2. Okay. So, sir, x plus 2 and x plus 2 will get cancelled out. So, it is coming out to be x minus 2. So, sir, my fx is x minus 2. So, this is the answer and wrong. This is wrong. If you have defined fx in this manner, that fx is equals to x minus 2, this is wrong. Why you are wrong? Sir, everything is absolutely fine here. Yes, everything is absolutely fine. But when you cut down these two, x plus 2 is being cancelled out with x plus 2. X plus 2 is being cancelled out with x plus 2. You cancel out them, right? What if the value of x was minus 2? What I am asking, find out the value of fx at minus 2. If I put minus 2 here, what I will be getting? 4 minus 4. Right? Minus 2 square will be 4. 4 minus 4. Minus 2 plus 2. What you are getting? 0 by 0. And I told you 0 by 0 is undefined. And if I find f of minus 2 from here, what value I am getting? F of minus 2. What value I am getting? The value I am getting is minus 4. So here you are getting minus 4, here you are getting undefined. So this was your actual function, no? So actual function is saying that your value is undefined, but the function that you have found out, that is saying that value is minus 4. What does that mean? That means this is wrong. Right? Why it is wrong? It is proven, right? Your actual function is saying that at f of minus 2, the value is undefined. But what you are saying? You are reducing the expression by x minus 2. You are saying that, sir, value of fx at minus 2 is coming out to be minus 4, which is wrong. It is actually undefined. So when I am writing down fx equals to x minus 2, and when I am cutting these two, when I am cutting x plus 2 by x plus 2, when I am cancelling them, at that time I need to make sure when they are coming 0, when this particular part is becoming 0, when this particular part is becoming 0. So they are becoming 0 at x equals to minus 2. So when I am cancelling them, just after I cancel, I need to write down one thing, that x cannot be equals to minus 2. So I have defined this function fx equals to x minus 2. It is absolutely fine. But one more thing I need to put, that x cannot be equals to minus 2. This will be the correct definition. This will be the correct definition. This will be the correct definition. Or how you can define, or you can define in this manner, that your fx is somewhat like this, that it is x of minus 2 when x is not equals to, fx is x minus 2 if x is not equals to minus 2, or it is undefined. Or it is undefined when x equals to 2. So this will be the correct way of defining your fx. This is correct. This is not correct. Now if someone comes and asks me to find out the value of f of minus 2, in this expression, if someone asks me what is the value of f of minus 2, what I will say? F of minus 2 at x equals to minus 2, what is, this is minus 2, not 2. So what is the value? What is the value? Sir, it is nothing but undefined. And rest everywhere you ask the value, both will be same. So just as you cancel out them, you need to make sure one thing, just I am cancelling out where they are becoming 0, that I need to take care. Because if they are becoming 0, that means they will end up making undefined form. 0 by 0 undefined form they will end up making. So when I cancel out them, I need to make sure that I write down this particular thing, which is very, very, very important. Similarly, solve this question. Okay, so it is x cube minus 27, which could be written as 3 cube divided by x minus 3. So can you write down the formula of a cube minus b cube, that is a minus b multiply with a square plus b square plus ab divided by x minus 3. So sir, you will cancel out x minus 3 with x minus 3. It is absolutely fine. That expression is coming out to be x square plus 3x plus 9. Yes, this expression it is coming out to be, but make sure one thing, that you are writing down that x cannot be equals to 3. That's the correct expression. That's the correct expression of fx. That x square plus 3x plus 9, but x cannot be equals to 3. At x equals to 3, it is undefined. So how will you define it? How will you define it? Definition would be that if I define fx, it will go somewhat like this, that x square plus 3x plus 9 if x is not equals to 3, or it will be undefined when x is equals to 3. Why x cannot be equals to 3? Because you know that x minus 3 will become 0. When it will become 0? When x equals to 3 is there. So when x is equals to 3, at that time it will be undefined. If x is not equals to 3, then they are being cancelled out. X square plus 3x plus 9 will be the answer. Is that understandable to you? This is how you define the function. So whenever you cut down numerator by denominator, always make sure one thing, when they are becoming 0, that value you cannot take. Understandable? Let's solve the next question. We will understand the meaning of a limit again. You need to draw the graph of x square by x. What is your function? You need to draw the graph of x square by x versus x. Okay, this graph you need to draw. You need to tell me the value of f of 0 as well. You need to tell me the limit as well. So let's try drawing the graph first. So sir, it could be written as x only. Basically, this particular thing could be written as x dot x divided by x. So x being cancelled out with x, what is the answer you are getting? X. But make sure one thing, that x cannot be 0. So how would you define fx? Sir, fx is coming out to be x square by x is, sir, simply nothing but x only. But when x is not equals to 0, if x is equals to 0, then it is undefined. When x is equals to 0, then it is undefined. There you go. So can you draw fx? Yes sir, I can draw the graph of fx very easily. Fx versus x I am supposed to draw. When x is not equals to 0, it will follow the graph of x only. It will follow this graph. But when x is equals to 0, there will be a bubble. Why this bubble is there? Why this bubble is there? This bubble is there because it is not defined at x equals to 0. Now what they are asking you to find out? First they are asking you to find out f of 0. What will be f of 0, sir? 0 square divided by 0. That will be, sir, 0 by 0. What is that? Undefined. But now they are asking, what they are asking? They are asking the value near to 0. What they are asking? They are asking the value of fx near to 0. Near to 0 means they are asking the value at 0 plus and 0 minus. 0 plus and 0 minus. Where is 0 plus? This will be 0 plus, right? This will be 0 plus. And where is 0 minus? This is 0 minus. So what is the value? Value is nearly around 0 only. So this is 0 plus, sir, it will be some positive value, but I don't care. Value is nearly 0, no? Here also the value is nearly 0. So both of the values are same. Yes sir, both values are same. Both values are nearly 0. Both values are same. That means, yes, limit exists, and the limit is simply equals to nothing but 0 only. That's it. Understandable? So what did you understand from this particular scenario? From this explanation, what did you understand? That it might happen that the function is not defined at that particular point. It might happen that function is not defined at x equals to a. It is undefined. But it might also happen that it is defined near to a as well. It may be defined near to a. Is that understandable to you or not? So that's why the concept of limit is important. Let's just say the user wants to know the value at x equals to a. But at x equals to a, he is getting the output undefined, that we cannot define it. So what he will do? He will find out the value near to a. So near to a, what is the value? 0. So yes, now he can conclude something. Whatever the conclusion he wants to make, he can make. Are you able to understand this point? You designed a particular system. In that particular system, user is putting input as 0. User is putting input as 0. So what output he was getting? Undefined output he was getting. Then he thought that I just put the value near to 0. That means I am putting the value 0.00000001. So what output he was getting? He was getting a finite output. When he put the value near to 0 in the left hand side, that means he put the value minus 0.000001. What output he was getting? He was getting a finite output. So he will say that limit near to limit x tending to a exists. That means I can find out the value of fx near to x equals to a. Not exactly at x equals to a, but near to x equals to a. Is that understandable to you or not? So this is the meaning of limit. Understandable? Let's solve another example. We will solve another example, but let's compare these three terms: undefined versus infinity versus indeterminate. You already know the difference between undefined and infinity. In the basics, we have covered it, right? What is the difference between undefined and infinity? So let's revise it. What is 1 by 0? 1 by 0 is undefined. Why it is undefined? It is undefined because, sir, tell the table of 0 how many times such that you get 1. Tell the table of 0 how many times such that you get 1. It is not possible. 0 1 is 0, 0 2 is 0, 0 3 is 0. So it is undefined. But what is the value of 1 by 0 plus? 0 plus means just after 0. Just after 0 means 0.000000001. So that will be 10000000000. That will be the value which is very large, could be infinity. And just before 0, that means 1 divided by minus 0.00001. That could be written as minus sign is already there. 1000000, which is very large but in the negative hand direction, so it would be equals to minus infinity. So what did you understand? 1 by 0 is undefined, 1 by 0 plus is infinity, 1 by 0 minus is minus infinity. Is that clear to you? So this is the difference between undefined and infinity. Now have we solved this question? Have we solved this question? Limit x tending to infinity, x square by x. Sorry, not tending to infinity. Limit x tending to 0, x square by x. Have we solved it? Yes sir, we have solved it. When I find out left hand limit, what was the answer I was getting? 0. When I find out right hand limit, what is the answer I am getting? 0. So when I am trying to find out limit x tending to 0 plus x square by x, what is the meaning of this? That means in place of x you put 0 plus divided by 0 plus. When you solved it, what was the answer you were getting? 0. And when you solve this one, what is the answer you are getting? 0. That means what you are saying, that 0 by 0 is undefined for me. 0 by 0 is undefined for me. What do you mean by 0 by 0? 0 by 0 means exact 0 divided by exact 0. When I am putting 0 square by 0, when I am putting here, this was my fx. Fx was x square by x. If I am finding out the value of f of 0, what does that mean? That means exactly 0 I am putting. That means 0 square by 0. So when I am putting 0 square by 0, that is undefined for me. But when I am putting 0 plus square by 0 plus or 0 minus square by 0 minus, then some finite value may be possible. Finite value may be possible. Finite value may be possible. So if someone asks you what is 0 by 0, so 0 by 0 is also undefined. But near to 0 if you are asking, then some finite value may be possible. Here 0 by 0 was undefined. But if you ask me the value near to 0, then it may be possible. So that's why they are known as indeterminate form. Okay, what they are known as indeterminate form. Let's write down again. 0 by 0 is undefined for me. 0 by 0 is undefined for me. Okay, 0 plus by 0 plus, some finite value might be possible. Finite value might be possible. And what is 0 minus by 0 minus? Finite value might be possible. Okay, so let's understand the meaning of all these three terms. What is the meaning of undefined? Expression has no meaning. There is no meaning of 0 by 0. Tell the table of 0 how many times such that you get 0. Someone will say I will tell the table 1 time. Someone will say I will tell the table 2 times. Someone will say I will tell the table 3 times. Someone will say I will tell the table 4 times. Someone will say I will tell the table 10,000 times. Everyone can say, sir, someone will say 0 by 0 is 1. Someone will say 0 by 0 is 2. Someone will say 0 by 0 is 100. 0 by 0 is 10,000. Right? That means it is undefined. There is no meaning of this expression. What is the meaning of infinity? Infinity means very large value. Very large value. Here you are getting very large value. Here you are getting very large value in the negative hand direction. Okay. So that is the meaning of infinity. And what is the meaning of indeterminate form? That means indeterminate form means it is not enough to determine the answer, but further analysis is required. Basically, when I calculated 0 by 0 here, I was not able to get a finite answer. But if I just calculate near to 0, then yes, I am getting some answer. So that is known to be indeterminate form. So ideally, what is the indeterminate form? 0 plus by 0 plus is the indeterminate form. 0 minus by 0 minus is the indeterminate form. But mathematically in the theory, 0 by 0 will be written as the indeterminate form. So if I ask you in an interview, if I am asking you, what is 0 by 0? Will you say indeterminate form? No. Sir, 0 by 0 is undefined. What does that mean? If it is actual 0 or exact 0, if I am saying it is exact 0, if it is exactly 0 divided by exact 0, if I am asking this thing, then you will say it is undefined. Okay, but if I am asking near 0 divided by near 0, then you say, sir, yes, finite answer may be possible. Doing the further analysis, finite answer may be possible. That means, sir, it is indeterminate form. Indeterminate. As of now, it is indeterminate. But if you give me the expression, if I am able to do the further analysis, I can give you a finite answer. So that means, sir, it is the indeterminate form. But in theory, in textbook, in lectures as well, what would be written? 0 by 0 would be written as an indeterminate form. But it is in the theory, 0 by 0 will be written, 0 by 0 will be known as indeterminate form, not undeterminate, indeterminate form. But in the theory, actually 0 by 0, if I ask you in the next lecture as well, when we study continuity, there also I will ask you, what is the value of 0 by 0? There you will not say, sir, it is indeterminate form. There you will say it is undefined, not indeterminate. Again and again I am saying 0 by 0 is undefined, not indeterminate. But near to 0, it could be 0 plus, it could be 0 minus. Near to 0, if you give me the expression, I can do the further analysis, then I can get some finite answer. That is indeterminate form. But sir, for theory purpose, I will write down 0 by 0 as an indeterminate form only. Is that understandable to you or not? So what is the first indeterminate form we have got? That is 0 by 0. Now this 0 by 0 is having some brothers as well. He is having some brothers. Okay. Usually we mug up those 7 indeterminate form. No. So you will not mug up a single form. You will not have to mug up a single indeterminate form. I am telling you. You will not have to remember, okay, this is the indeterminate form. Nothing. Don't put any pressure. Once you end this lecture of limit, you will say, sir, in my life ever I never studied limit in this manner. I am telling you. I can just challenge you once you complete this lecture. Okay. So who are the brothers of 0 by 0? Can I write down 0 by 0 in this manner? This is 0. 0 by 0. So 0 into 1 by 0. Now 0 as it is, 1 by 0 could be written as infinity. Someone will say, sir, 1 by 0 is undefined. I know that 1 by 0 is undefined. Even this is undefined. No. But for the theory purpose, I am taking indeterminate, undefined and infinity all are same. Only for the paper, only for own paper analysis. So someone will say, sir, how you are writing 1 by 0 as infinity? So 1 by 0 is undefined. I know that. But near to 0 I am taking. Because if I am saying 0 by 0 is indeterminate form, that means already I am talking about near to 0. So this is also near to 0. This is also near to 0. So 1 by near to 0 could be written as infinity. So this is the other brother of 0 by 0. So first form was 0 by 0. One more brother you have got, that is 0 into infinity. Okay. There will be one more brother. Who that brother would be? This is 0 into infinity. No? Can I write it down in this manner? A multiply with B could be written as B divided by 1 upon A. Say yes or no? Because what is 1 upon A? 1 upon A would go upper side, it will become A into B only. So 0 into infinity could be written as, this is infinity only. Right? And this 0 comes downward. That becomes 1 by 0. What is 1 by 0? 1 by 0 is nothing but infinity only. So who is the other brother? Infinity by infinity. So these three are the brothers. 0 by 0, 0 into infinity, infinity by infinity. All three are indeterminate form. Only thing you need to remember is 0 by 0. That's it. Okay. So if you remember 0 by 0, infinity by infinity will also be remembered. 0 into infinity will also be remembered. What about, sir, infinity multiplication infinity? Is it an indeterminate form? Let's check that out. What is infinity? 1 by 0. What is infinity? 1 by 0. 1 multiply with 1 will be basically A multiply with B multiply with C divided by D. What that would be? A into C, B into D, right? You know these things. So similar thing we are applying here. 1 multiply with 1 will be 1. 0 multiply with 0 will be 0. What answer you are getting? Infinity only. So what is infinity into infinity? That is infinity only. So it is not an indeterminate form. Who is the indeterminate form? Indeterminate form means that answer cannot be achieved. 0 by 0 answer cannot be achieved. 0 into infinity answer cannot be achieved. Infinite by infinite answer cannot be achieved. But infinite into infinite answer can be achieved. Understandable? So infinite into infinite is not a indeterminate form. Okay. So as of now, 3 indeterminate form we have seen. 0 by 0, 0 into infinity, infinite by infinity. Understandable? So we will do the analysis of these 3 indeterminate form as of now. Let's solve the next question. fx is given. Okay, you need to find out the value of f of 0. You need to find out limit x tending to 0 f of x. Also you need to draw the graph of fx as well. Draw fx as well. Draw fx. So first you draw fx. Someone will say, sir, fx could be written as, it is nothing but x square multiply with x square divided by x square. So sir, x square get cancelled out, it is x square only. That means x square cannot be 0, but when you cancelled it out, x square cannot be 0. What does that mean? X cannot be 0. So how the definition of fx is defined? Sir, fx is nothing but it is equals to x square if x is not equals to 0, and it is equals to undefined ud, I am writing undefined if x equals to 0. Okay, so now you are drawing the graph of fx which is equals to x square. Apart from x equals to 0, you just need to draw the graph of x square. So you know how to draw the graph of x square. So this is how we draw the graph of x square. So this is the graph of x square. But the problem is that it is not defined at x equals to 0. So at x equals to 0, there will be a bubble. So if I ask you limit, if I ask you what is the value of f of 0, so f of 0, simply the answer is, sir, undefined. But now if I ask you limit x tending to 0 f of 0, what will be the answer? Sir, just after 0 what is the value, and just before 0, sir, what is the value? Let me know the answer. So sir, just after 0 the value is nearly 0. Just before 0, sir, the value is nearly 0. Yes, sir, limit can be defined. Limit x tending to 0, here I am not putting f of 0, it should be f of x. So limit x tending to 0, f of x is defined as 0 only, sir. So just after 0, just before 0, yes, sir, I can define the value, but not exactly at 0. Is that understandable to you or not? Okay. But now, sir, different kind of expression would be there. X to the power 4 divided by x square, sin x by x, sir. How will I keep on drawing the graph, sir? It will be very difficult. No, you might not be able to draw the graph. Here it was a very simple expression. You drew the graph, right? Previously as well, there was a simple expression. This was also a very simple expression. You drew the graph. What if I ask you sin x by x? Will you be able to draw the graph? Right? Some graphs might be difficult. So for that, we have a method now. What is that method says? Now we have understood the concept. Now I will tell you the method, that how to find out the limits without drawing the graph. Here we have drawn the graph. Till this point, we were finding the limit by the graph only. But without drawing the graph, how we will find out the limit? So what you are supposed to find out? You are supposed to find out, sir, limit x tending to 0 f of x. Now what is f of x? Sir, limit x tending to 0, f of x is nothing but x square by x. Sorry, x to the power 4 by x square. Right? X to the power 4 by x square. Now what you do? You directly put this 0 here. Sir, the meaning of limit is finding the value near to 0. Sir, why you are putting directly 0 here? Do it. If you put directly 0 here, what you will get? 0 to the power 4 divided by 0 square, that is nothing but 0 by 0. If you are getting 0 by 0 indeterminate form, which indeterminate form you are getting? 0 by 0 indeterminate form. Only for 0 by 0 I am saying. If you are getting 0 by 0 indeterminate form, then what you can do? There is a rule called L'Hopital rule. This rule you can apply. Okay, this rule could be applied only for two kind of forms, 0 by 0 and infinity by infinity. So if you get infinity by infinity form or 0 by 0 form, then you can apply this particular rule. You will be able to apply this rule. What this rule says? This rule says one thing, that limit x tending to 0, x to the power 4 divided by x square. When you put 0 0 here, you got to know that it is coming out to be an indeterminate form of 0 by 0. Now what you do? You differentiate on the upper side and differentiate on the lower side. Differentiate on the upper side and differentiate on the lower side. What you are getting? 4x cube, and on the lower side what you are getting? 2x. This is what you are getting, right? Now again you put 0 by 0 here. If you put again 0 by 0, what you are getting? So 4 into 0, 2 into 0. Again you put simply the limit here. Not 0 by 0, simply you put the limit. So when I put the limit here, what I am getting? 4 0 to the power 3, 2 0. What I am getting? 0 by 0 again. So again, if you are getting 0 by 0, then what you do? You differentiate upper side and lower side again. Till this point we have reached, no? Till this point we have reached. Now what you do? Again, if you are getting 0 by 0, you differentiate upper side again and then differentiate lower side again. So what you are getting now? 4 into 3, 12x square divided by 2. 12x square divided by 2. Now if you put 0 here, what answer you are getting? If you put 0 here, what answer I am getting? 2 into 0 square divided by 2. The answer is coming out to be 0. So this will be your final answer. So limit x tending to 0, x to the power 4 divided by x square will come out to be 0. So basically you keep on differentiating upper side and lower side. You keep on differentiating upper side and lower side until you get this form 0 by 0. Once first I simply put value of x equals to 0 here, what I am getting 0 by 0. Then I differentiated upper side and lower side. Upper side separately, lower side separately. So upper side I differentiated, what I am getting 4x cubed. Downward side what I am getting 2x. So again if I put 0 here, so this is becoming 4 0 to the power 3 2 into 0, again 0 by 0. Again I differentiated. When I again differentiated, I got to know that now the expression I am getting is 12x square divided by 2. Now if I put 0, what is the answer I am getting? 0 answer I am getting, which is a finite number. So limit x tending to 0, x to the power 4 divided by x square could be given as 0 only. That's the answer. Is that clear to you or not? Okay. We will solve more question. It will be more clear to you. F of x is given. You need to find out the value of f of 0 and you need to find out the limit x tending to 0 f of x. Okay. So first let me know what is the value of f of 0. Sir, f of 0 will be nothing but sine of 0 divided by 0. What is the value of sine 0? So that is 0 only. 0 divided by 0, it is undefined. But I am not interested in the value of f of 0. Sir, I am interested in the value near to 0. That means, sir, I need to find out this value. Limit x tending to 0 f of x. Or you can write down, sir, limit x tending to 0 sin x by x. Sir, this is what I am supposed to find out. Say yes or no. If this is what you are supposed to find out, what I told you, that directly put this 0 here. What you are getting? Sin 0 divided by 0. What is the value of sin 0? Sir, that is 0 only. 0 divided by 0. Which form you are getting? Sir, indeterminate form we are getting. Indeterminate form we are getting. Now, no one will argue that, sir, this is not indeterminate, sir, this is undefined. Yes, it is undefined, but what we are putting the value of 0 here. That means we are already talking about near to 0. So this value is also near to 0, this value is also near to 0. So indeterminate form I am getting. Sir, what kind of indeterminate form you are getting? 0 by 0 indeterminate form you are getting. That means, sir, you can apply one rule. That rule is L'Hopital rule. What this L'Hopital rule says? That differentiate upper side and lower side. So limit x tending to 0. What is the differentiation of sinusoid? That is, sir, cosinusoid. What is the differentiation of x? So that is 1. Now you put again x equals to 0 here. So what you will be getting? Cos 0. Now 1 is a constant value, right? You are not going to put the value of x tending to 0. 1 is a constant value, no? So constant remain as it is. What is the value of cos 0? Cos 0 is 1 divided by 1. That means what is the answer you are getting? The answer you are getting is 1. That's it. This is the answer. What does that mean? That means, sir, limit x tending to 0 sin x by x is nothing but 1. That means, sir, at exactly 0 the value was undefined, but near to 0 the value was 1. Is that clear to you or not? Understandable? So what we need to see? We need to see 0 by 0 form. If we are getting undefined, if we are getting 0 by 0 form, then we can apply the rule L'Hopital rule. What this L'Hopital rule says? Differentiate upper side and downward side. Differentiate upper side and downward side. Then again put the limit. Again, if you are getting 0 by 0, then again differentiate. If you are not getting 0 by 0, that means that will be the answer. That's it. Is that understandable to you or not? Let's solve another question. Cos x by x. Okay. So let's find out this value first. Limit x tending to 0 cos x by x. What did I say? Directly put this value of limit here. Directly put this value. What answer you are getting? Cos 0 divided by 0. What is cos 0? Cos 0 is 1. What you are getting? 1 by 0. Right? You are getting 1 by 0. Will that be undefined or infinity? Think about it. Think about it. Undefined or infinity? Have some patience and think about it. Undefined or infinity? Infinity. Why is that so? Why infinity? Because when I am putting x equals to 0 here, already I am talking about near to 0. So this is cos near to 0. This is near, this x equals to 0 I am putting, this is also near to 0. Right? So if I am putting directly 0 here, then I am already talking about near to 0. So this value is near to 1. This value is near to 0. That means the value will be very large. So this will be equals to infinity. So here 0 by 0 form you are not even getting. 0 by 0 form you are not even getting. So you cannot apply L'Hopital rule. What will happen is that in practice you will be so much habitual of applying the L'Hopital rule. What you will do is that directly, sir, f of x divided by cos x by x. Okay, sir, I will apply L'Hopital rule. Differentiation of cos x will be minus sin x. Differentiation of x will be 1. Now put the limit x equals to 0. So minus sin 0 divided by 1. What is the value of sin 0? That is 0. So what is the limit? Limit is 0. But the value of limit is actually coming out to be infinity. And if the value of limit is coming out to be infinity, then it is known as limit does not exist. Limit does not exist. The value has to be finite. Okay. So limit does not exist. In the option, one of the option will be surely given. Option A will be 0. You will click on that because of the habit that directly, okay, so you will not even check whether it is a 0 by 0 form or not. So before applying L'Hopital rule, first thing is that we need to check if we are getting 0 by 0 form or not. So first we have to check if we are getting 0 by 0 form, then only you can apply the L'Hopital rule. Is that understandable to you or not? And if someone would have asked what is the value of f of 0, so they are talking about exact 0. So cos 0 divided by 0. What is cos 0? That is 1. What is 0? This is exact 0. So this is exact 1 divided by exact 0, which is undefined. Okay. So f of 0 is undefined, but limit extending to 0 cos x by x is infinity. And that would say that limit does not exist. Is that understandable to you? Absolutely, sir. Clearly understandable. Let's take the next example, tan x by x. If someone asks me what is the value of f of 0, so f of 0 means they are talking about exact 0. Exact 0. What is the value of tan 0? 0. 0 divided by 0 is undefined actually. So this is undefined. F of 0 is actually undefined, but if they are asking limit x tending to 0, f of x. So limit x tending to 0, tan x by x. What is the method we have studied? So do we need to check 0 plus 0 minus? No, it will be very hectic. So what we do is that we directly put the limit here. What we are getting? Tan 0 divided by 0. 0 by 0 form we are getting. This is indeterminate form. Since we are getting this as an indeterminate form, okay, since it is an indeterminate form, what I can do? I can apply the L'Hopital rule. What L'Hopital rule says? What L'Hopital rule says? That you differentiate upper side and downward side separately. What is the differentiation of tan x? So that is nothing but sec square x. And what is the differentiation of x? So that is nothing but 1. Again you put the limit. So what you are getting? Sec square 0 divided by 1. What is the value? 1 is a constant value, no? So 1 as it is. If you put x equals to 0 here, sec square 0. What is the value of sec square 0? Sec 0 is 1 only. So 1 divided by 1, answer is coming out to be 1. So what you understood? Limit x tending to 0, tan x by x is 1 only. Is that understandable to you? This we have understood. Along with that, we have understood another thing. Limit x tending to 0, sin x by x was also 1. But at exactly 0, both are undefined. Understandable? Is that clear to you? All fine? All good? Let's go to the next question. Limit x tending to 1, x square minus 1 upon x minus 1. This question we need to find out. So what some people will do, let's talk about method 1. What they will do is that they will directly put 1 here, right? If they directly put 1 here, this 1 they will directly put here. So what they are getting? 1 square minus 1 divided by 1 minus 1. Sir, what is the form we are getting? 0 by 0, sir. Happy, sir? Why you are happy? Sir, I can apply the L'Hopital rule. L'Hopital rule, sir, if I can apply, then what will happen is that limit x tending to 1, I need to differentiate upper side and downward side. What is the differentiation of x square minus 1? So that will be nothing but 2x. What is the differentiation of x? That will be nothing but 1. Now if I put 1 here, what is the answer I will be getting? 2 into 1 divided by 1. So what is the answer? 1 is the answer. So your answer is 1. What does that mean? That means, sir, limit x tending to 1, x square minus 1 divided by x minus 1 is coming out to be 1 only. This is the method 1. This is absolutely correct. What could be the method 2? What someone else would have done? He would have said one thing that sir, let's keep this as it is, x tending to 1. X square minus 1 could be written as x plus 1, x minus 1 divided by x minus 1. And now, sir, what I can do is that I will cancel out this thing. So what I am getting? Limit x tending to 1, x plus 1. This is what I am getting. But sir, when I am cancelling this out, I need to make sure one thing, that x cannot be equals to 1. And it is absolutely fine. Why is that so? Because when I am calculating the limit x tending to 1, anything, if I am calculating limit x tending to 1, that means, what does this limit means? That x could be either 1 plus or it could be 1 minus. That's it. X cannot be equals to 1. That is not a matter of concern. It's fine. When I am putting limit x tending to 1, what I am thinking? I am thinking about 1 plus and 1 minus, not x equals to 1. So if I am putting the limit, I don't have any concern about x equals to 1. So if I am saying that I cannot put x equals to 1, that is absolutely fine for me. No need to worry about it. Because when I am putting the limit, limit simply says one thing, that you care about near to 1, not at exactly 1. So I am caring about near to 1. Now I can directly put this 1 here. But when I am putting directly 1 here, in my mind I know that either I am putting 1 plus or 1 minus, not exactly 1. So if I put 1 plus or 1 minus, in both of the cases I will get the answer to be, अरे भाई ये क्या हो गया? Yeah, 2 into 1, that answer is 2, no? 2 into 1 divided by 1, this answer is 2. Okay, so when I am putting exactly 1, the answer I am getting is 2. That's the answer I am getting. So here when I am putting this 1, I know that I am putting near to 1. Near to 1 is nearly 1 only. So when I put 1 here, 1 plus 1, the answer is nearly 2. Answer is nearly 2. When I am putting 1 here, I am saying 1 plus 1, 1 is already there. Other one is nearly 1. So 1 plus nearly 1, that would be coming out to be nearly 2. So answer is nearly 2, or in theory it could be written as 2 only. Here also the answer is nearly 2. So nearly 2 or 2, both are the same thing for the theory. Understandable? Let's solve this question. Again, what you will see, if I directly put 2 here, what answer you will be getting? 2, 4, 10, 0 by 0 form you will be getting, right? If you directly put this 2 here, you will be getting 0 by 0 form. That means our L'Hopital rule I can apply. And what this L'Hopital rule says? L'Hopital rule says x tending to 2, right? Differentiate upper side, 2x minus 5. Differentiate downward side, that will be 2x. Now again put this 2 here. What answer you will be getting? 2 into 2, 4 minus 5 divided by minus 1 by 4. So that's the answer you are getting. That limit x tending to 2, x square minus 5x plus 6 divided by x square minus 4 is coming out to be minus 1 by 4. Is that understandable to you? Okay, so this is the answer we are getting. This was your method 1, L'Hopital rule, because 0 by 0 form was there. What could be the method 2? Sir, method 2 would simply be, if someone thinks in this manner, that the upper thing could be replaced as x minus 3 into x minus 2, and downward I can replace as a square minus b square, so x plus 2 into x minus 2. So now sir, this and this will get cancelled out. When I am cancelling out these two, I need to make sure one thing, that x cannot be equals to 2. So what, when I am putting limit x tending to 2, I don't need to care about x equals to 2. That means I care about only x near to 2. So x minus 3 divided by x plus 2. So simply put this 2 here. What you are getting? 2 minus 3 upon 2 plus 2. What is the answer? Minus 1 by 4 is your answer. That's it. This is the answer. In both of the cases, you are getting the same answer. I just wanted to tell one thing, that when you are cutting them in the problem of limits, you will never care about it. Why is that so? Because you know that I am not putting the value exactly equals to 1. I am putting the value near to 1. Is that clear to you? So these are the very small points which no one cares actually. Okay, they will simply cut it down, then put the value. Yes sir, we are getting the answer. But your concept will not be clear there. Right? So if they are cutting, you are saying that x cannot be equals to 1. And that is not a matter of concern. Okay, not equals to 1, not a matter of concern, because I am putting the value near to 1, not exactly 1. Let's go to the next question. Solve this question. Put the value directly to here. What you are getting? 2 square divided by 4, 2 plus 3, 5, 0 divided by 5. 0, that's it. This is the answer. 0 is a finite number, no? So already you are getting a finite number. Yes sir, that's the answer. That's it. You are not getting any indeterminate form. 0 by 0 you are not getting, right? 0 by 0 or infinity by infinity. These indeterminate form that I wrote down, 0 by 0, 0 into infinity, infinity by infinity. These indeterminate form you are not getting. You are getting a one finite answer. What is that finite answer? That is 0. It is a finite number. Yes. If you put 1 here, what you will get? Directly 1 you put here. What you are getting? 1 square, 1, 2 into 1, 1, 3 into 1. So what is the answer you are getting? 4 by 3. Yes sir, that's the answer. That's the finite answer you are getting. That's it. Understandable? All good? Now this is a good question. Think about it. fx 1 by x. Find out the value of f of 0. F of 0 is, although we have already solved it, f of 0 is undefined. Now next I need to find out limit x tending to 0, 1 by x. Okay, then I directly put this here. What I will get? 1 by 0. What that would be equivalent to? That would be equivalent to infinity or undefined. That would be equivalent to infinity, right? And it is not certain. Basically you would say that sir, it is near to 0, so 1 by near to 0, so answer could be infinity. But when I am saying limit x tending to 0, what does that mean? I am talking about either x 0 plus or x 0 minus. What I mean to say is that when I am calculating limit x tending to 0, 1 by x, I am calculating two things. Limit x tending to 0 plus 1 by x and limit x tending to 0 minus 1 by x. Say yes or no? So what will be 0 plus 0.000001? So that answer would be infinity, and when I calculate 0 minus, this answer would be minus infinity. In both of the cases, limit will not exist. That is fine. Limit does not exist. Answer will be that, sir, limit does not exist. But I only fear one thing. What if in the examination they have given this expression that find out its value, and in the option they have mentioned plus infinity, minus infinity does not exist. Three options they have mentioned, plus infinity, minus infinity does not exist. Then best possible answer would be plus infinity. Okay. And what if they give you this particular thing in the examination and they ask you in the option infinity, minus infinity does not exist? So best possible option will be minus infinity, because you are tending towards x from left hand side. And do you remember the graph of 1 by x? Do you remember the graph? Do you remember the graph or not? Yes, sir, I remember the graph. Graph was somewhat like this. All these graphs we have drawn in the last lecture, right? So this was the graph, sir. This was the graph. Absolutely, sir. Clearly, I remember. So, sir, at 0 plus, what is the value I am getting? Just after 0. Sir, 0 plus, I am getting the value to be infinity. And just before 0, what value I am getting, sir? Just before 0. Just before 0, sir, this is the value I am getting, which is minus infinity. At 0 plus, I was getting the value which was plus infinity. So, here I was getting value minus infinity. So, at 0 plus, you can get plus infinity. 0 minus, you can get minus infinity as well. So, in the examination, if they are asking these particular values, so you should be a bit aware. You need to think there. Forget about the method that time. Method will be gone. What will be used? Your concept will be used. Okay, sir, 0 plus, sir, 0 minus they are talking about. That's how I will use my concept. Understandable? Okay, let's solve more question. This question we need to solve. Now everything would be question. This question is there, then this question is there. Question only. Then this question is there, then this question is there. These two questions, then this question. Okay, then problem involving greatest integer function. So again there will be problem only. Question and question we are going to solve. Okay, so let's start solving the problem. Again there will be 0 by 0 form. You put x equals to 1 here. If I put x equals to 1 here, what I am getting? 1 plus 1 into ln 1 minus ln 1 minus 1 divided by 1 square minus 1. What you are getting? Again I am getting 0 by 0 form. What I can do? I can apply L'Hopital rule. So L'Hopital rule you can apply and you will get the answer. So let's apply L'Hopital rule. Other thing also I can see here, common also I can take. But yeah, let's apply L'Hopital rule first, because that is the first thing that will click to me, that I will apply L'Hopital rule. Okay, so limit x tending to 1. Here I directly put 1 here. Okay, when I directly put 1 here, 0 by 0 form I was getting, I can apply L'Hopital rule. So let's differentiate. Differentiation of x square will be 2x. What will be the differentiation of this one? X ln x. So first as it is, differentiation of second, plus second as it is, differentiation of first, minus differentiation of ln x will be 1 by x, divided by differentiation of x square minus 1 will be 2x. Okay, so what expression you are exactly getting? So let's write down the expression in a better manner. Expression we are getting is 2x plus 1 plus ln x minus 1 by x divided by, so basically here only I am doing it. So this is x into 1 by x is becoming 1. Okay, now again you put the limit here, or let's not do it. Let's keep it x into 1 by x only. Now again you put the limit here. What answer you will be getting? 2 into 1 will be 2, x into 1 by x will be 1, ln 1 minus 1 divided by 2. Understandable? I am putting this x equals to 1 here. So what I am getting? 2 into 1 is 2. This x into 1 by x is 1 only. So 1 into 1 by 1 will be 1. ln 1 minus, again I am putting 1 here. So what answer I am getting? ln 1 is 0. So 2 by 2 I am getting. Right? What is the value of ln 1? ln 1 is simply 0. Right? And 1 minus 1 is also 0. So 2 by 2 answer I am getting is 1. So what is the answer of this limit? That's the answer. Answer is 1. Simply I applied the L'Hopital rule, then I put the limit. Answer I am getting is 1. You can put the value, no? 2 into 1 is 2, plus x into 1 by x is 1 only. So 2 plus 1, 3. 3 plus ln 1 is 0. Minus 1 by x, that will become minus 1. So 3 minus 1 is 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. That's the answer. Okay. Or what could be the method 2? I can take some common here, no? I can think I don't know whether it will work or not, so let's try doing it. Look, x square minus 1 I'm writing aside, x square minus 1. Now ln x I can take common, no? So it will become ln x, inside I will get x minus 1. So yes or no? Ln x I have taken common, x minus 1. Now x square minus 1 I could have written as x plus 1 and x minus 1. Right? This x square minus 1 which I have taken, this could have been written as x plus 1 multiply with x minus 1. Right? Now what I can do is that I can take x minus 1 common. This is the expression I have got. How I got it? X square minus 1 is x plus 1 into x minus 1. Then ln x I can take common, x minus 1. So x minus 1 I can take common. So ln x plus 1 I will get. So let's do it in the next step. So x square minus 1 could be written as x plus 1 multiply with x minus 1. Although this L'Hopital is easier, okay, but still let's try building it. So x tending to 1. Now what I am doing is that I am taking x minus 1 common. Now inside what will be left? This will be ln x plus 1 divided by x plus 1 multiply with x minus 1. So can they cut down? Yes sir, when they cut down I will write down x should not be equals to 1, which is not a matter of concern because I am putting the limit x near to 1. Right? Now let's put this limit here. So if I put the limit here, what I am getting? ln 1 plus 1 plus 1 divided by 1 plus 1. What is the value of ln 1? That is 0. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 divided by 2. What is the answer we are getting? Again 1. So L'Hopital was easy here. Here there was a bit vast calculation. But again, without applying the L'Hopital rule, this is how I could have solved it. After applying the L'Hopital rule, this is how I could have solved it. Both of them will give me the answer 1. Because I could think here that something can come common. X square minus 1 can, x plus 1, x minus 1 can come common. So they will get cancelled out. And this is the answer I am getting. Understandable? Let's solve this question. Simply put the limit pi by 4 here. If I put the limit, what I am getting? Sir, 1 minus sine pi by 4 multiply with 2, that will become pi by 2. 1 plus cos pi by 4 multiply with 4 will become cos pi. 1 minus, what is sine pi by 2? Sine pi by 2 is 1 only. And what is cos pi? Cos pi is minus 1. 0 by 0? Yes sir, good morning, L'Hopital rule. Can I apply L'Hopital rule? Limit x tending to pi by 4 will not change. Upper side differentiation, downward side differentiation. What is the differentiation of sine 2x? Sine 2x will have differentiation as minus cos 2x. Plus cos 2x. There was already a minus sign, and minus 2 will come because differentiation of 2x will be 2. So this differentiation you would know. What is the differentiation of cos 4x? Sir, cos 4x will have the differentiation as sine 4x, right? Sine 4x and sine 4 will come outside but with the negative sign because cos will have a negative slope in the beginning, so minus sine 4x. Understandable? Differentiation you know how to do it. Okay, so what you are getting? Simplified expression I am getting as limit x tending to pi by 4. This is 1 by 2 cos 2x divided by sine 4x. Again you put the limit. What you will get? 1 by 2 as it is, cos pi by 2 divided by sine pi. Again what you are getting? What is cos pi by 2? Cos pi by 2 is 0, right? And what is sine pi? That is also 0. So again 0 by 0 form you are getting. That means again you need to apply L'Hopital rule. So again here I need to apply L'Hopital rule. So 1 by 2 as it is. Now what will be cos 2x? Cos 2x will be nothing but minus 2 sine 2x. And what will be sine 4x? Sine 4x will have 4 cos 4x. Understandable? And it was pi by 4. Is that clear to you what I have done here? Right? 1 by 2 as it is, this was the constant value, no limit. Again I am doing the differentiation, upper side differentiation, downward side differentiation. What is the differentiation of cos 2x? So differentiation of cos 2x is minus 2 sine 2x. Why it is minus sine 2x you would know. And what is the differentiation of sine 4x? So that is nothing but a cos 4x multiply with 4. So what you are getting? Simplified expression. Simplified expression is coming out to be x tending to pi by 4. This will become minus 1 by 4 sine 2x divided by cos 4x. Now what you do? You put the value of limit here. So if I put the limit value, minus 1 by 4 was aside, pi by 4 multiply with 2. What you will get? Sine pi by 2. And cos 4 multiply with pi by 4, what you will get? Cos pi. So minus 1 by 4. What is sin pi by 2? Sin pi by 2 is 1. And what is cos pi? That is minus 1. So what is the answer you are getting? 1 by 4. So what is the answer of this thing? Limit x tending to pi by 4, 1 minus sin 2x divided by 1 plus cos 4x. The answer is nothing but 1 by 4. It is very straightforward. What you need to do is that you just simply need to see 0 by 0 form. First I put 0 by 0 form, I was getting, applied the L'Hopital rule. Sinusoid will have cosinusoid as the integration, cosinusoid will have sinusoid as the integration, 1 by 2 is coming outside, cos 2x sin 4x. Again I put pi by 4, again I am getting that cos pi by 2 is nothing but 0, sir. Sin pi is nothing but 0, sir. Again 0 by 0 form, sir. Then what I did, again I apply L'Hopital rule. Upper side differentiation, cos 2x will have minus sin 2x, downward side sin 4x will have 4 cos 4x. So sir, I am getting minus 1 by 4 from here. So minus 1 by 4 outside. Then sir, sin 2x divided by cos 4x. Now if I put the limit, sir, this will become sin pi by 2, this will become cos pi. Right? So cos pi is nothing but minus 1, sin pi by 2 is 1. So what is the answer? I am getting 1 by 4. That's the answer. So again and again you keep on differentiating and get the final answer. That is nothing but 1 by 4. Understandable? Let's solve this question. 3 to the power x plus 3 to the power 3 minus x minus 12, 3 to the power minus x by 2 minus 3 to the power 1 minus x. You put the limit, you will get to know that again it is becoming 0 by 0 form. Okay? You can see if you put 3 to the power 2, that will be 9. You put 2 here, what you will get? 3 to the power 1 minus 12 divided by 3 to the power minus 1. And you put here 3 to the power minus 1. So 12 minus 12, 0. This is also 0. So again, sir, same thing, 0 by 0. Again, I need to differentiate. Do you remember the differentiation of a to the power x? Sorry. Do you remember the expression of differentiation of a to the power x? Yes, sir. That is nothing but a to the power x ln a. So yes, do the differentiation and put down the values. You will get the answer. Do it on your own. Don't look at the solution because this will just test your differentiation. Do you know how to differentiate? Yes, sir. This I will get ln 3. Do you know how to differentiate this one? 3 to the power 3 is a constant value, no, that can come outside. Basically, 3 to the power 3 minus x could be written as 3 to the power 3 dot 3 to the power minus x. So it could be written as 37 3 to the power 27 3 to the power minus x. And can you differentiate 27 3 to the power minus x? Yes, sir. That will be nothing but ln 3 but with the negative sign, because minus x will also be differentiated. That will give you minus 1, and then minus 12 will give you 0 differentiation. So differentiation is tested here, nothing else. Now 3 to the power minus x by 2, what it could be written as? 3 to the power minus x by 2. This could be written as under root 3 to the power minus x. Why is that so? 3 to the power 1 by 2 to the power minus x. So this could be written as under root 3 to the power x. Right? So what will be the differentiation of under root 3 to the power minus x? So what will be the differentiation of this one? So that will be this as it is, then ln under root 3 with the negative sign outside. You can differentiate this one. So first a to the power x ln under root 3, and then differentiation of minus x will be minus 1. So this will be the differentiation. I know it might be a bit difficult, but you should have the basics of differentiation clear, right? I told you class 11th, class 12th differentiation, basic differentiation you understand, then you will be able to good to go. Okay, you will be very good to go. You will be able to write down all the answers. Just basics of differentiation you need to learn on your own. Okay, then here minus 3. What 3 to the power 1 minus x could be written as? So it could be written as 3 into 3 to the power minus x. Okay, so you need to differentiate 3 to the power minus x. So what you will be getting, 3 to the power minus x as it is ln 3 but with the negative sign, so this sign will become positive. So this is the differentiation we have done. Okay, now put down the value again. Let's check back the differentiation. This will be as it is, 3 to the power minus x ln 3, then negative sign, then 3 to the power minus x by 2 ln under root 3, then negative sign, then 3 to the power 1, 3 to the power minus x ln 3, then negative sign. Yeah, everything is fine. Now you need to put the limit. So this will become 9 ln 3. So this will become 9 ln 3 minus 27 into 3 to the power minus 2 ln 3 divided by minus 3 to the power minus 1 ln under root 3 plus 3 into 3 to the power minus 2 ln 3, right? So what we are getting, 9 ln 3 minus 3 ln 3, because this will become 3 to the power 2, that will become 9. So 9 divided by 27 divided by 9, that will be 3 ln 3 divided by ln under root 3 it is. So this will become minus 2 by 3, sorry, minus 1 by 6, because this is ln under root 3, no? I don't know why I took under root 3. So this is 3 to the power 1 by 2, ln 3 to the power 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 can come in front. So this will become minus 1 by 6 ln 3. Okay, this is minus 1 by 3 already, and then it is ln 3 to the power 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 can come in front. So that will become minus 1 by 6 ln 3. Understandable? And this is nothing but 1 by 3 ln 3. Right, because 3 divided by 3 square, so it is 1 by 3 ln 3. Right? So what is 1 by 3 minus 1 by 6? That is nothing but 1 by 6 only. So it is 1 by 6 ln 3 only. So here what you are getting, 6 ln 3 and divided by 1 by 6 ln 3. So ln 3 get cancelled out. What is the answer we are getting? 36. Again, there is nothing in this problem. It is just will test your calculation and your patience. If these kind of questions are coming in the examination hall, you should not be losing the patience. You just have trust on your calculation and do it. Do the differentiation 0 by 0, apply the L'Hopital rule, did the differentiation, and then simply put the value, you will get the answer, that is 36. That's it. Okay. So you need to have trust on yourself. If you have the trust, you will be able to get the answer, otherwise you will be struggling. That's it. There is nothing in between. There is complete equilibrium in these kind of problems. Okay, simply differentiate 3 to the power x ln 3, 27 you will get, 3 to the power minus x ln 3 you will get, then negative sign would be there, then simply did the differentiation and put down the values. Here there is nothing to explain, right? There is nothing to explain. Here what I have put, I might have put the answer only. Yes, answer is 36, which we already know. Okay, so there is nothing to explain here. All you need to do is that calculation on your own, and basic things also I am telling. So do the calculation and get the answer. Try this question on your own. Think about it and try doing it on your own. L'Hopital only will work here. How L'Hopital will work? Let's put the limit here directly. So what I will get? 1 plus 1 square plus 1 dot 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 1 to the power n. So this was 1 square 3, right? Minus n divided by 1 minus 1. Now 1 is added n times, no? First time, second time, third time, fourth time. 1 plus 1 plus 1, this will become 3. So it is added n times. So what you are getting? N minus n divided by 1 minus 1. So again it is 0 by 0. So since it is 0 by 0, what does that mean? That means I can apply L'Hopital. What I can apply? L'Hopital rule. So what I need to do? Differentiate upper side and lower side. So can I differentiate? Absolutely, sir. What is the differentiation of 1? That is, sorry, what is the differentiation of x? That is 1. What is the differentiation of 2x? Sorry, what is the differentiation of x square? That is 2x. Differentiation will be 3x square. And this will become nx to the power n minus 1. And n is a constant value, no? Here n is a constant value. Limit you are putting of x. So differentiation will be done with respect to x only, not with respect to n. N is a constant value. N could be 3, 4, whatever it is. You need to find out the value of n actually. So n is a constant value. We are doing the differentiation with respect to x. And now divided by what is the differentiation of x minus 1? So that will be nothing but 1 only. Now simply put the limit here. What limit you will be getting? If I simply put the limit, what I am getting, sir? 1 plus 2 plus 3 dot 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 n 1 to the power n minus 1 will be 1 only, right? Here I am putting 1. 1 square will be 3 into 1 square will be 3 only. N into 1 to the power n minus 1. 1 to the power n minus 1. N will be a finite value, no? So what that will be? That will be also 1 only. So 1 plus 2 plus 3 dot 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 n and minus n. This is what you are getting. Now what is 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus n? Do you remember this formula? Yes, sir. It is nothing but n into n plus 1 divided by 2 minus n. This is the answer we are getting. Okay. And now you solve it further. What you will get? That it is n square plus n divided by 2. So minus 2n divided by 2. This I have put n square plus n. Basically I have put n square plus n divided by 2 minus n. So this 2 goes here. So n square plus n minus 2n divided by 2. So what answer we are getting? The answer we are getting is n square minus n divided by 2. Okay. So we are getting the answer as n into n minus 1 divided by 2. So this is the limit that is coming out to be. So this limit is nothing but n into n minus 1 divided by 2, that is equals to 820 we are getting. So n into n minus 1 divided by 2 is 820. So n into n minus 1 is coming out to be twice of this, that will be 640. So what will be the value of n? Value of n will be 41. Hit and trial. Because I know that 40 into 40, what is 40 into 40? That is 1600. What will be 40 into 41? Plus 40 more, so 10640. So this value is, let's just say 41, and this value is 40. That's it. So what is the value of n you are getting? 41. Or you can solve the quadratic equation. Okay, you can solve the quadratic equation. From here you will get the quadratic equation of n square minus n minus 1640 equals to 0. So you solve the quadratic equation, n square minus 41n plus 40n minus 1640. So you know how to solve this quadratic equation, so you can solve it. Otherwise, hit and trial, you can think 1600 you already know, so n value is coming out to be 41. Is that understandable to you? What we did, we put the limit again. We got to know that sir 1 plus 1 plus 1 that is equals to n only, n minus 1, 0 by 0, L'Hopital rule we can apply. We differentiated 1 plus 2x plus 3x square and dot 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 till n, right? So I'm adding the values 1 plus 2 plus 3 till the point n. Till n I am adding up the value, and then minus n is there as it is. This minus n is there as it is. Okay, so when I am doing this calculation, I am getting n minus 1 into n divided by 2, and that should be equals to 820. So from there n is coming out to be 41. This is the answer that I am getting. Okay, so value of limit is already there, already it is given. When we solved, the value of limit actually came out to be n minus n into n minus 1 by 2, that is equated to 820. From there we get the value of n, which is 41. Is that clear to you? Okay, understandable? Solve this question on your own, solve this one also on your own. Very straightforward question, very straightforward. Again put the limit, what you are getting, a to the power n minus a to the power n divided by a minus a, sir, 0 by 0. Again sir, L'Hopital is applicable. Again I apply L'Hopital rule. What I will be getting, sir, simply differentiate upper side. Differentiate upper side, what I get, n x to the power n minus. Differentiation with respect to x I am doing. Differentiation with respect to x. These are constant. Whose limit you are putting? You are putting the limit of x, no? So you will do the differentiation with respect to x only. So n x to the power n minus 1 divided by 1. Now if you put the limit, what answer you are getting? Sir, n a to the power n minus 1. There you go. That's it. This is the answer. This is the answer. So what conclusion I am writing down? That limit x tending to a, x to the power n minus a to the power n divided by x minus a is nothing but n a to the power n minus 1. This is the answer. What about this one? If you put 2 here directly, so 2 to the power 10 minus 1024 divided by 2 to the power 5 minus 32. So 1024 minus 1024 divided by 32 minus 32, 0 by 0. Indeterminate form. Again sir, L'Hopital rule you apply. L'Hopital I will apply. So sir, limit x tending to 2. You should be solving all these questions on your own. So here you will get tan x to the power 9 divided by 5x to the power 4. So what is the answer you are getting? So limit, just I am putting the simplified form, that is 2x to the power 5. This and this will get cancelled out, no? Basically you will say that sir, when I cancel them out, right, x to the power 9 divided by x to the power 4, sir, when I cancel them out, what I will put? That x should not be equals to 0. X should not be equals to 0. It is absolutely fine. When you cancel them out, you wrote down one thing, x should not be equals to 0. So who is talking about 0? We are talking about x near to 2. So no issue. X is not equals to 0, no issue. Then simply put the value here. What answer you are getting? 2 multiplied by 2 to the power 5. Right? What is 2 to the power 5? 32. 32 into 2, 64. That's it. This is the answer. So these kind of questions are very straightforward. In the examination, just check if it is 0 by 0 or not. Tell the answer. Will it be pi by 2 or minus pi by 2 or 0 or does not exist? Think about it. Have patience and tell the answer. Sir, first thing I will directly put here. So if I directly put here, what I will do is that, sir, I will directly put the value. Basically, what I am solving this question, sir, tan inverse 1 by x. Sir, I will directly put this here. So tan inverse 1 by 0. Sir, what is 1 by 0? So that is infinity. Tan inverse infinity. And where do I get infinity, sir? That is at pi by 2, sir. Right? So sir, this option is correct. Wrong. Okay? Wrong. So many wrong things you have done. So many wrong things. When you directly put it here, what you know? This is nearly equals to 0. Nearly equals to 0 means it could be 0 plus as well. Is it a 0 by 0 form or anything like that? No. Are you getting a finite answer? No. Right? That means you need to check at 0 plus and 0 minus both. No. Right? When they are asking this particular thing, that limit x tending to 0, tan inverse 1 by x, I go to know that, sir, it is not a 0 by 0 form, it is not a standard form. So what I will do? I will check at 0 plus and 0 minus. Think about it. Limit x tending to 0 plus tan inverse 1 by x. That would be equals to tan inverse. Now put this value 1 by 0 plus. That will be tan infinite. What is the value? Pi by 2. But what if, sir, you put 0 minus? 1 by x, if I put 0 minus, what is 1 by 0 minus? Sir, 1 by 0 minus is nothing but tan of minus infinity. And what is tan of minus infinity? It could be written as minus of tan infinity. And that is nothing but, sir, minus pi by 2. There you go. So what did you see here? That limit x tending to 0 plus tan inverse 1 by x. So this is coming out to be pi by 2. This is coming out to be pi by 2. And limit x tending to 0 minus tan inverse 1 by x. So this is coming out to be minus pi by 2. So are both of them same? No. So what is the correct answer? Does not exist. In the examination, I don't fear that they will ask does not exist. You might be able to click on it. But in the examination, I fear that what if they ask this question directly? Limit x tending to 0 minus tan inverse 1 by x. So will you be able to solve it? Sir, 0 minus, okay sir, just before 0, that means tan inverse minus infinity. Tan inverse minus infinity is minus pi by 2. So then you will click on minus pi by 2. Or they can ask plus pi by 2. So directly don't do it, no. You directly put down the values. It is not coming out to be any standard form. It is not some 0 by 0 form, or no standard form is there. No, 0 by 0 or infinity by infinity or 0 into infinity. These are the three standard form we have studied. It is not the standard form. Then what I will do now? Sir, I will go by the concept, core concept. X tending to 0 means x tending to 0 plus, x tending to 0 minus. Find out the value, pi by 2 minus pi by 2. There you go. Is that clear to you or not? Okay. So this is how we will check. More examples are there. Surely more examples are there. We will solve the problems involving greatest integer function now. Try doing it on your own. I know that limit does not exist will be the answer. But what will be the answer at 2 plus and 2 minus? Think about it. Greatest integer function, this is what this is. This is partial fraction, right? This is your partial fraction. So try solving it on your own. This question, I expect the answer of all the questions. This question, then this question, this question. What does this bracket mean? This bracket means greatest integer function. I expect the answer of all these questions. This question as well, then this question as well. Okay, and then these questions answer you already know. You will apply L'Hopital rule. L'Hopital rule, I got the answer to be 1. L'Hopital rule, I got the answer to be 1. Here also you apply the L'Hopital rule, you will get the answer to be 1 only. Then I am expecting these answers. Okay, so here we are discussing sinusoid and tan. This is a good discussion that we will do. But before that, we will solve these questions. So let me take a break. I will drink some water. You try doing it on your own, and then we will come back and solve all these problems. Yeah, we'll come back. So did you try this question? What you did? Directly you put 2 here, right? So sir, answer would be 2. Is that so? Wrong, right? We cannot put directly 2 here. What we need to do? Sir, it is not a standard form. That means I need to find out 2 kind of things. At 2 plus and at 2 minus. Left hand limit and right hand limit, both I need to find out. So when I put 2 plus, that means value is somewhat greater than 2. Somewhat greater than 2. Somewhat greater than 2. So what this greatest integer function will do? Just below integer it will take. And when I took 2 minus, what is the meaning of 2 minus? So the value will be somewhat lesser than 2. That means it will be somewhat 1.9999999. And what this greatest integer would do? It will take the lesser integer, that would be 1. Both are not same. What does that mean? Limit does not exist. In the examination, they will not ask whether limit exists or not. What they would do is that they would ask this value. Limit x tending to 2 plus greatest integer function of x. What will be the answer? Answer will be 2. 2 minus, what will be the answer? Answer will be 1. Solve this question. How will you do it? Again, left hand limit and right hand limit, right? Sir, 1 plus. Now you know one thing, that fractional part of x could be written as x minus greatest integer function of x. So what it would be written as? It would be nothing but fractional part of 1 plus. Now fractional part of 1 plus could be written as 1 plus minus 1 plus. 1 plus is nothing but 1.000001. So now what this greatest integer function would do? Greatest integer function would simply give the least integer. Now 1 plus some value greater than 1 minus 1. It will be nearly equals to 0. Right? Now what about limit x tending to 1 minus? So here I will put 1 minus. Now what is the meaning? 1 minus minus greatest integer function of value somewhat lesser than 1. That would be 0.999999999. Right? What greatest integer function would do? It would simply give you the value lesser. So value which is very less, the value which is nearly 1 minus 0. What will be the answer? The value which is nearly 1 minus 1. Answer will be nearly 0. The value which is nearly 1 minus 0. What will be the answer? 0. So in the examination, they will not ask limit does not exist. This thing they will not ask, but what they would ask? They would ask the values nearby. That means they can ask this value 1 plus and 1 minus. They can ask these values. Here as well, they can ask these values. Okay. So these values they would ask. There could be other method as well. We can find out method 2. What would be that method? What we need to find out? We need to find out this value, no? This we need to find out. Now we know that fractional part of x could be written as x minus greatest integer function of x. So can I write it down in this manner? At limit x tending to 1, okay, x minus greatest integer function of x. So now limit could be separated. Basically, if I am asking limit x tending to a fx plus minus gx, this is what I am asking. This is the bracket. This is not the fractional part. This kind of bracket I am using. This is not the fractional part. This is simple. This is a simple bracket. So this could be separated in this manner, that limit x tending to a fx plus minus limit x tending to a gx. In that manner, it could be separated. Understandable? So we can separate it like this. So similarly here as well, we can separate. So limit x tending to 1 x minus limit x tending to 1 fractional part of x. So this is how it could be separated. Now we need to find out left hand limit and right hand limit. So if I find out left hand limit, that means what I am finding out, limit x tending to 1 minus x minus limit x tending to 1 minus fractional part of x. Now you know what will be the answer of this one? 1 minus somewhat lesser than 1 fractional part will give the integer to be 0. Basically you can put the value, no? You put this value here, what you will get? 1 minus. And then you put this value here. 1 minus means somewhat lesser than 1. 1 minus means somewhat lesser than 1, that means 0.999999. So what this greatest integer function would do, it would just take it down to 0. So value is nearly coming out to be 1. So this was the left hand limit we were getting. Left hand limit we were getting equals to 1 only. And what about the right hand limit? If I need to find out, this was left hand limit. If I need to find out right hand limit, what I will do? Limit x tending to 1 plus x minus limit x tending to 1 plus fractional part, sorry, greatest integer function part of x. Now you put this one here, right? This one we put here. So this will become 1 plus and somewhat greater than 1. So what this will become? This will be just a lesser integer, that would be 1 only. So 1 minus 1, what is the answer? 0. So here the answer is coming out to be 0. Here the answer is 1 0, here the answer is 1 0. Same answer is there. Answer would be again limit does not exist. Just I am telling that there is another method as well. If you are not comfortable with the fractional part, then at least you are comfortable with the greatest integer function of x. Why you are comfortable? Because we are going to solve a lot of problem based on greatest integer function of x. So you will be eventually comfortable. So solve this question. Greatest integer function of x divided by x. What you will do? Limit x tending to 1 plus. So that would be 1 plus divided by 1 plus. What do you mean by 1 plus? 1 plus means just greater than 1 divided by 1 plus. Just greater than 1 means it will be putting it to lesser integer, which is 1 only. 1 divided by 1, answer is 1. Okay, so here the answer is coming out to be 1. And what about the other one? Limit extending to 1 minus. So 1 minus divided by 1 minus. What is 1 minus? 0.999999 divided by 1 minus. 0.9999 least integer, lesser integer. What that would be? That would be 0. So 0 divided by 1. What would be the answer? Answer would be 0 only. Understandable? Very simple thing. Like if you have solved this question, that means these questions should be solved. Just greater than 1, just less than 1. You could have solved them by the graph as well. You can make the graph and you will get to know that answer is coming out to be 2, answer is coming out to be 1. Graph also you can make. What about sine greatest integer function of x? Sine greatest integer function of x. What does that mean? Two things are I am going to find out. Sine 0 plus. Basically the same process I am doing. I am just writing down, just I am changing the notation, nothing else. And sine 0 minus. What is the meaning of sine 0 plus? You draw the graph of sinusoid. Draw the graph of sinusoid. This is how the graph of sinusoid would look like. Right? So sine 0 plus, 0 plus will be here. What is the value? Value is, sir, some positive value. Basically this will be sine 0 plus I am talking about. So sir, it will be some positive 0 value. 0.00001. Right? Understandable? And sir, this will be some negative 0 value. That means minus 0.00001. Minus 0. This I should put dot 1. Now what this greatest integer function will do? What this greatest integer function will do? 0.00001 will be equated as sine 0 only. And what this will be equated as? This will be equated as sine of minus 1. Say yes or no? What is the meaning of 0 plus? Here I am finding out right hand limit. And here I am finding out left hand limit. Just I change the notation, nothing else. So 0 plus some value greater than 0, just greater than 0, that means greatest integer function will put it to 0. And some value less than 0, some value just less than 0. What greatest integer function would do? Less than 0, that means minus 0.001, it will equate it to minus 1. So here you are getting the answer to be sine 0, which is 0, and here you are getting the answer to be minus sine 1, where 1 is in the radian. Okay, what is the value of sine 1? 1 radian is nearly around 57 degree. So answer you can check on your own. So now the answer you are getting is minus sine 1. I don't have the mobile. Yeah, here it is. So I can tell the value of sine 1, where 1 is in the radian. It is not in the degree, it is in the radian. So value of sine 1 is 0.84 minus 0.841. That's the answer you are getting. Okay, this is the answer you are getting. Here this is the answer you are getting. Limit does not exist. For both of the cases, limit does not exist. Right? Think about it. Again, sir, left hand limit, right hand limit. Sir, right hand limit and left hand limit. Okay, so sir, I am finding out sine 0 plus and then greatest integer function, and here sine 0 minus and then greatest integer function. Is that clear to you? What will be the value of sine 0 plus? Sir, some value greater than 0, sine 0 plus, sine 0 plus. Sir, this value is nearly 0, but I am pretty sure that it is positive. So some value just greater than 0. And what will be the value of sine 0 minus? This is your 0 minus. Sir, I am pretty sure that this value will be nearly around 0, but it will be negative. So this will be minus 0.001. Is that clear to you? What this will be equated to? Just lesser integer, that will be 0. What this will be equated to? Just lesser integer, that is minus 1. So this is what greatest integer function do. Whenever greatest integer function is coming, you should be aware. Okay, sir, no standard form, nothing. Now I have to check by my concept 0 plus and 0 minus. What my concept says, go 0 plus, go 0 plus. This value is positive. Yes, this is nearly equal to 0, but it is positive. So what I will say, that sine 0 plus will give me some value greater than 0, some value greater than 0, but it is nearly equal to 0. This will give me some value lesser than 0, but it is nearly equal to 0. Some value lesser than 0, nearly equal to 0. That means it will give me minus 0.0001. So here I am getting minus 0.001. What will be the greatest integer throwing? Greatest integer will be throwing just lesser integer which is -1, and here just lesser integer which is 0. So right hand limit will give me 0 and left hand limit will give me -1. That means limit does not exist, but in the examination they will not be asking this particular thing. In the examination they will be asking this thing, that what will be the value of sin x. This is what they would be asking. So in the examination what you would do, sir, simply I will put 0 minus here. If I am putting 0 minus, or 0 minus, that means this value I will be getting, so just lesser than 0. So sir, what will be the lesser integer? That would be -1. So this will be the answer. So this is what I will be doing in the examination hall. Okay, here this is the answer. Here this is the answer. Limit does not exist is the answer. But in the examination they will not ask limit does not exist or limit exist. They will ask 0 minus or 0 plus. If they ask 0 plus, or I will put 0 plus, I will think okay, sin 0 plus, some value greater than 0 but nearly equals to 0, so lesser integer will be 0 only. Some value lesser than 0 but nearly equals to 0, so the lesser integer will be -1. There you go. This is how I will be checking. Solve this question. Tan inverse cos pi by cos x. So again we will have to draw the graph of cos x. Nearly about, they are asking about pi by 2. So let's check at pi by 2. This point will be pi by 2. Right? So what I need to do, left hand limit, right hand limit. So tan inverse greatest integer function cos pi by 2 plus, and tan inverse greatest integer function cos pi by 2 minus. So cos pi by 2 plus, this value will be somewhat negative. Cos pi by 2 plus, it will be some value negative, right? So tan inverse cos pi by 2 plus will be nearly 0 but some negative value. So minus 0.00001, right? And tan inverse, sir, this value will also be nearly 0. This was your pi by 2 plus, and this is your pi by 2 minus. So sir, this value is also nearly 0 but this is somewhat greater than 0, right? Now what does this do? This will give you just lesser integer, that will be -1, and what this will give you? This will give you just lesser integer which will be 0. What is the value of tan inverse 0? That is 0. So your left hand limit is giving you, the answer to be 0, and what your right hand limit is giving you the answer? Your right hand limit, tan inverse -1 is nothing but minus pi by 4. So it is giving you the answer to be minus pi by 4. Is that clear to you? Okay. Is that understandable? So left hand limit, right hand limit. Put pi by 2 plus. Okay, sir, the value is somewhat lesser than 0. Nearly equals to 0 but somewhat lesser than 0. That means at pi by 2 plus I will get tan inverse -1, because greatest integer function, this greatest integer function, sir, just will put the lesser integer, one less integer, that would be -1. Okay, so near integer is -1, just one less integer, that would be -1. So the answer is coming out to be minus pi by 4. And then sir, here at pi by 2 minus means, sir, at pi by 2 minus left hand limit, if I am finding out pi by 2 minus, what does that mean? The value will be, sir, somewhat greater than 0. That means 0.001, and this greatest integer function will map it to 0 only. So tan inverse 0 will be 0. That is the answer. Solve this question. What we need to find out? Left hand limit and right hand limit. Sin inverse sec of 0 plus, and here sin inverse sec of 0 minus. Sir, I don't even know the graph of sec. You told me the graph of sine, cos and tan only. Sec. So sec could be written as 1 by cos, no? Sin inverse sec could be written as 1 by cos 0 plus, right? And this could be written as sin inverse 1 by cos 0 minus, right? So I know the graph of cos around 0. I am caring about around 0. So the graph goes like this, around 0. Although the graph goes like this, but I need to care about 0 only. So at 0 the value is 1. After that, this is my 0 plus and this is my 0 minus, right? So what will be the value? Sin inverse 1 by cos 0 plus, value will be somewhat lesser than 1. Somewhat lesser than 1. Okay. So the somewhat lesser than 1, it could be 0.999999, whatever it is. Okay. 0.9999, whatever it is. And here as well, sin inverse at 0 minus as well, you will get the same value, just near 0. that will also be 1 divided by 0.9999, whatever it is. One thing I am pretty sure both are same. One thing I am pretty sure, sine inverse greatest integer function 1 by 0.9999, 1 by 0.99, because it is symmetric, no? Whatever that you are getting at 0 plus, the same you are getting at 0 minus. Is that understandable to you? Right? Now you simply need to find out the value of this graph we have drawn. Let's take this graph here. Is that clear to you? Sine inverse greatest integer function sec of x was written. Then I need to check at 0 plus and 0 minus. Sir, I don't know the graph of sec, but I know the graph of cos. So 1 by cos I put. So 1 by 0.999, 1 by 0.999 I put. So now my target is that if I get this value, 1 by 0.9999, what will be the answer of this value? So this value will be just greater than 1, no? Just do this calculation, no? 1 by 0.9999999, put 9999 too many times. It would be just greater than 1, just somewhat greater than 1. It would be like somewhat 0.1.00001. So what will be the integer? That will be 1 only. So this much will throw 1. This much will also throw 1 only. So what does that mean? Sine inverse, here sine inverse was written. Sine inverse 1 divided by 0.99999, it is throwing nothing but a sine inverse 1. And what is the value of sine inverse 1? When you get sine theta equals to 1 at pi by 2 angle. So the answer is pi by 2. Yes sir, limit will exist and the answer will be equals to pi by 2. So that means in the examination, if this is coming, that what this is equated to? Sine inverse greatest integer sec x, then my answer would be, sir, it is equated to pi by 2. In rest of the cases, limit was not existing. Limit was not existing. Here limit does not exist. 0 minus pi by 4 is the answer. Here 1 0 was the answer. Here minus 1 0 was the answer. And sir, here 0 and minus 0.841 was the answer. So sir, limit was not existing, but here the limit is existing. So check at 0 plus, check at 0 minus. See the scenario. What is the scenario? At 0 plus, sir, what is the scenario? At 0 plus, I will be getting somewhat value lesser than 1. Somewhat value lesser than 1, sir, I can put 0.999. Same value I am getting at 0 minus, I can put 0.999. So one thing I got to know here is that, sir, for sure limit will exist. There is no doubt about it. Limit will surely exist. Now I need to find out the value of greatest integer 1.0.9999 dot till 9999. So it will be, sir, some value just greater than 1. So greatest integer will put it to be 1 only. So this particular thing will be replaced by 1. So sine inverse 1 is nothing but pi by 2. So my answer is pi by 2. Understandable? So I hope you are able to solve these questions. These are very, very good question, very, very important question as well. Because in the examination, I am not interested in finding out this 0 by 0 form, L'Hopital rule. Nah, I will not be interested in 0 by 0. Because I know that here there is no brain used. It is simple mathematics. But here brain will be used. After 2, before 2. And sometimes I can ask that on the whole function I am putting greatest integer. But here I am putting greatest integer on x only. Here I am putting greatest integer on x only. Here I am putting greatest integer on x only. Or it might happen that I can ask greatest integer on the whole function. Right? What I mean to say is that, let's just say, let's frame another problem. Randomly I am framing a problem here. What if I would have asked this question? In the examination I can play, no? Limit x tending to 0. The same thing I want to ask. Sine inverse. Inside also I will write down sec. But here I will put the greatest integer. This question I can ask. What you will do? Let's try solving this one. This will be random for me as well. So what I will do? First I will check at 0 plus and then I will check at 0 minus. Sec 0 plus and here I will check at sec 0 minus. So till this point I am comfortable that sine inverse sec 0 plus. Sec 0 plus means some value greater than 0 but nearly equals to 0. So this will be replaced with sec 0. And what this will be replaced with? Sec of minus 1, right? Say yes or no. This will be replaced with sec of minus 1. Why is that so? Some value lesser than 0 but nearly equals to 0. So greatest integer function will give you the lesser integer which is minus 1. So sine inverse, what is the value of sec 0? Sec 0 is nothing but 1, right? Sec 0 is 1 by cos 0. Cos 0 is 1 only. So sec 0 is 1 only. And what is sec of minus 1? Minus 1 is in the radian. Okay, so it will be nothing but cos 1 reciprocal. So it is nearly around 1 only. 1.0001, something 1.0001. It is coming out to be nearly around 1 only. Sec 1. Sec minus 1. What is the value of sec minus 1? So that would be equals to 1 by cos of minus 1, right? That will be 1 by cos of 1. Cos of 1 is in the radian. Basically 180 degree means pi, or you can say pi means 180 degree. Pi means 180 degree, right? So what do you mean by 1 radian? 1 radian means 180 degree by pi. So you are supposed to find out this value. So luckily both are coming, basically this value and this value nearly same, but they are not exactly same. Okay, so again I will say limit does not exist. Limit does not exist. Basically I don't know how this sec minus 1 came out to be nearly equals to 1, but it is not exactly 1, no, because sec 0 will be 1, sec minus 1 will be some different value, that is 1.00001532 something like that, 1532 something like that. Okay, whatever it is. Now if I calculate its sine inverse, okay, it was on degree I guess, so that's why there was a problem. Radian I need to do, no. Yeah, it is coming out to be 1.85. Sorry guys, it is coming out to be 1.85. Sorry, this is coming out to be 1.85. Okay, actually on my calculator I calculated degree. I calculated the value of cos 1 degree. So cos 1 degree, cos 1 degree, cos 1 degree, this is the graph. So cos 1 degree will be near to cos 0 degree only, no, but I need to calculate cos 1. Cos 1, so cos 1 is nothing but 180 degree by pi. What is the value of 180 degree by pi? 180 by pi is nothing but nearly around 57 degree. So it is nearly around 57.29 degree. So we are supposed to find out the value of 1 by cos 57.29 degree. This is the value I was supposed to find out. Okay, so this is the value I was supposed to find out, and when I find out this value, it is coming out to be nearly around 1.85. So these two values are not same, so limit does not exist. So the point is, they can ask anything in the examination. You should have the temperament that yes sir, I will tell to my brain that I know everything. Check at 0 plus, check at 0 minus, and I will be able to get the answer. 0 plus I checked, this will be mapped to 0 only. 0 minus means somewhat a value lesser than 0, that means it will be mapped to minus 1. Can I get the value of sec of minus 1? Very easily sir, this will be the answer. So sec of minus 1 will be 1.85, here the value is 1. Okay, both are not same, that means limit does not exist. In the examination they can ask you this value as well, they can ask you this value as well. And again, this does not make any sense. Why it does not make any sense? Because in the sine inverse, the value greater than 1 cannot come, no, right? X will belong to minus 1 to 1 only, so it is not even defined, it is not defined. Okay, because in sine inverse x, if I talk about sine inverse x, then x can take value between minus 1 to 1 only, but it is taking the value 1.85, so it is not even defined. So basically limit is not coming out to be same, so limit does not exist. Understandable? Okay, so basic things in any way they can ask. Let's go to the next question. So this by L'Hopital have we studied? Yes sir, 0 by 0 form we were getting. I differentiated, it became cos x, this became 1, cos 0 is 1. Did we study this one? Sir, 0 by 0 form I was getting, I differentiated, this became sec square x, this became 1. Sec 0 is 1. Have we studied this one? No sir. I will put, if I directly put here, what I will be getting? Sine inverse 0 divided by 0, which is 0 by 0 only. What does that mean sir? I can apply L'Hopital rule. If I apply L'Hopital rule, limit x tending to 0, differentiate upper side, what you will get? What is the differentiation of sine inverse x? That is 1 upon under root 1 minus x square. And what is the differentiation of x? That is 1. Now if you put 0 here, what answer you will be getting? Put 0 here, answer I am getting is 1 only. So what is the answer I am getting? 1. That means this particular thing let's keep here. Eventually the answer we are getting is 1. Similarly here as well you will get the answer to be 1. You can check it on your own. Sir, tan inverse 0 by 0 I will do, which is 0 by 0. Can I apply L'Hopital? Yes sir, I can apply L'Hopital. So what is the differentiation of the tan inverse x? That is 1 upon limit x tending to 0, 1 upon 1 plus x square divided by differentiation of tan x is 1. Put x equals to 0 here. So 1 by 1, what is the answer we are getting? 1 only. Okay, so apply the L'Hopital rule, you will get the answer. But when there is a greatest integer function, what will be the answer then? If there is a greatest integer function, you will have to analyze, right? So analysis you will have to do. So our matter of concern is, let's talk about these two guys first. Let's talk about these two guys first. I am talking about sin x by x, tan x by x. So let's draw the graph of sin x, tan x and x. What I am doing? I am discussing about sin x, x and tan x near to x equals to 0. Near to x equals to 0. So let's discuss it. So this is the graph of y equals to x, right? This is the graph of y equals to x. This is the graph of sinusoid, and surely it will keep on going in that manner. Okay, so this is the graph of y equals to sin x, and what is the graph of tan inverse x? So the graph of tan inverse x rises like this, and surely it will keep on going ahead as well, but I need to talk about nearly around 0 only. So near about 0 I have drawn the graph. Similarly here also it will keep on going like this, right? This is how you will get the graph. In that manner you will get the graph. This kind of graph you get for, and this will keep on going. This is the graph of y equals to tan x. Now let's do one thing. Plot all of them together on one plane only. I will make y axis, I will make x axis. Here I will draw the graph of y equals to x as well. What I will do? I will draw the graph of y equals to x as well. Then I will draw the graph of sinusoid as well. Okay, and then I will draw the graph of tan as well. So all three graph on one axis only I am drawing. This is the graph of tan, this is the graph of y of x, sorry, this is the graph of y equals to x, and this is the graph of sin x. So on one axis only I am drawing all three graphs, and this is how it will look. The graph of tan x is visible to you? Yes sir. The graph of y equals to x and y equals to sin x. Let's talk for x greater than 0. Near 0 but x greater than 0. What I am talking about? Near 0. All discussion is going near x equals to 0 only. But I am talking about x greater than 0. That means at x equals to 0 plus I am talking about. At x equals to 0 plus. What is the scenario? At x equals to 0 plus. So the scenario is that tan x is greater than x and it is greater than sin x. Do you agree to this point? Tan x is greater than x and it is greater than sin x. Tan x is greater than x and then sin x. Now since x is positive, no? X is positive. Say yes or no? X is positive. So can I divide by x? In the whole inequality I am dividing by x. Here also I am dividing by x. Here also I am dividing by x, and here also I am dividing by x. So when I divide by x, what I am getting? Tan x by x is greater than 1, is greater than sin x by x. So if x is at x equals to 0, okay, we are talking about near x equals to 0. Now first I talked about at 0 plus. So at 0 plus, this is the equation that I have got. Secondly, I will talk about at 0 minus. Let's see at 0 minus what will happen. At 0 minus, just remember one thing, 0 minus means this is the point. Here x is negative. Always remember x is negative here. Now let me know who is the bigger one. Tan x is the bigger one. No, tan x is not the biggest one. Think about it, no. These three are the values. This is your sinusoid, then this is your y equals to x, and this is your tan inverse x. Sorry, this is your tan x. If tan x is, let's just say, if tan x is throwing value minus 0.5, then sin x is throwing the value minus 0.3, and x is throwing the value minus 0.4. Is that understandable to you? This tan is looking bigger, but in the negative side, no. Are you able to understand this point? This is your sin x, this is your sin x, then this is your x, and this is your tan x. Sin x is bigger because negative we are talking about. Sin x is giving you the value 0.3. Basically sin x, अरे भाई ये क्या कहाँ से आ गया एक्सिस? I don't know from where they came. Just remove them. So what I was saying is that sin x is giving you value 0.3. Sin x is giving you value. Sin x is giving you value minus 0.3. X is giving you the value minus 0.4, and tan x is giving you the value minus 0.5. This is minus 0.5, this is minus 0.3, and this is 0.4. So this value is greater, no? Minus 0.3 is greater than minus 0.3 is greater than minus 0.5, right? So who is bigger? Who is bigger? We know that, sir, sin x is bigger than x and it is bigger than tan x. Do you agree to this point? Now I will divide by x. Now I will divide by x here. divide by x, divide by x, right? So if I divide by x everywhere, what will happen? The sign will change. Why is that so? If 2 is greater than 4, and let's just say I am dividing by minus 2, what will happen? 2 divided by minus 2 and 4 divided by minus 2. What value will get here? Minus 1. What value will get here? Minus 2. If 2 is not greater than 4, 2 is less than 4. So what value you are getting here? Minus 1. What value you are getting here? Minus 2. Who is greater? Minus 1 is greater, no? When you divide by the negative value, the sign will change, no? Because x is negative this time. You are dividing by x. I am dividing by x, but x is negative this time. So what will happen? Sin x by x would be less than 1, would be less than tan x by x as well. So aren't you getting the same answer? Again, just think about it. Have some patience and think about it. For x less than 0, what we have done is that I know that sin x is bigger, sir. Why sin x is bigger? Because it is giving you lesser negative value. Lesser negative value. Tan x is giving you more negative value. So sin x is bigger than x. It is bigger than tan x. If I divide by x, which is negative, just notice this thing. X is negative. And if you divide by negative, or you can take any other example, who is bigger? Minus 3 is bigger or minus 5 is bigger? Sir, minus 3 is bigger. If you divide by minus 2, what will happen? If you divide by minus 2. So this will give you 3 by 2, which is 1.5. This will give you 5 by 2, which is 2.5. So who is bigger? 2.5 is bigger. So isn't this sign changed? The sign has changed, right? So similarly, if I am dividing by x, the sign will change. Sin x by x would be less than 1, would be less than tan x by x. So no matter whether you are checking at 0 plus or you are checking at 0 minus. If you are checking at 0 plus or you are checking at 0 minus, near 0, only one condition I am getting, near 0, near x equals to 0, sir, I have got one thing. What is that? Sin x by x is less than 1. It is nearly equals to 1, but less than 1. And tan x by x is greater than 1. Sir, whether you take positive x or you take negative x, I don't care. Whether you take positive x or negative x, I don't care. So let's go to the next page. What we are finding? First, we are finding these things we have already find out. That's our limit x tending to 0, sin x by x. So, sir, value is nearly 1. There is no doubt about it. Value is, sir, nearly 1. There is no doubt about it. But, sir, what if they ask me this thing? Sin x by x, greatest integer. It is not exactly equals to 1, that I know. Right? So, what they are supposed to find out? What we are supposed to find out now? Now they are asking us two things. Now, let me know this value. Sin of 0 plus divided by 0 plus greatest integer, and also let me know this value, sin of 0 minus divided by 0 minus greatest integer. Now you know that, sir, this value is somewhat lesser than 1. That means this value is, sir, somewhat lesser than 1, 0.999999 something. And sir, this value also, whether you take at 0 minus or 0 plus, anywhere you take, sir, this value is also somewhat lesser than 1. That means it is 0.999999. And where it will equate it to? It will just give you the lesser integer, which is equals to 0. It will equals to 0. Yes, sir, the value is nearly equals to 1. Limit is telling about x tending to 0 plus, the value is nearly equals to 1. X tending to 0 minus, the value is nearly equals to 1. But if I ask you the exact value, it will be somewhat lesser than 1. And for the case of tan x, so here what is the answer? 0. For the case of tan x, sir, if they ask me this question, what I will do? Sir, if they are asking you this question, then you have to tell at 0 plus as well and at 0 minus as well. So if you, sir, ask me to tell the value at 0 plus and, sir, at 0 minus, sir, both are following the same case. What I have seen is that tan x by x is somewhat greater than 1. That means, sir, it is somewhat 1.000001. This is also similar thing, 1.0001. So this will throw, sir, value 1. This will throw value 1. So this thing that we have written here, this will throw value 0. This will throw value 1. In case of sin inverse x, the process is just opposite. Whatever the result that you got for tan x by x, the same result you will get for sin inverse by x. This value will be 1. This value will be 0. Why is that so? We will see the graph of sin inverse x as well, tan inverse x as well. But you just need to remember whatever the result that I am getting in sin x by x, opposite result I will get in tan x by x. The same result of tan x by x we will get in sin inverse x by x, and the same result of sin x by x I will get in tan inverse x by x. Inverse is means simply the opposite answer would be there. You will be able to remember it. There is no doubt, right? And do you remember the graph of sin x by x? We drew the graph. Do you remember it? We drew the graph in this manner. The value was going like this, and here we defined the value, right? That we said that this is how we were defining. This was our function, that it is sin x by x if x is not equals to 0, and if x is equals to 0, then the value is 1. So this is how we were defining it. So let me know one thing. If this value was 1, then what was the value at 0 minus and 0 plus? So value at 0 minus, and this was 0 plus. So this value was 1. So value at 0 minus was just lesser than 1, and here also just lesser than 1. Is that understandable to you? So this value is just less than 1, just less than 1. Since it is just less than 1, this will be equated to 0. So by the graph you will not be able to remember. Basically someone will say, sir, draw the graph of tan x by x. So that graph I am not going to draw. So instead of doing this thing, we did the analysis in this manner, that sir, I will draw all of the 3 graphs together. When I drew all the 3 graphs together, I got to know one thing. What did I get to know? That near 0, tan x is greater than x and it is greater than sin x. Okay, but sir, if I take the negative hand side, then sir, sin x is greater. But when you divide by x, what really happens? The inequality sign will change. Greater than will become lesser than. Okay, so what we understood, that sir, near 0, sin x by x is somewhat less than 1, and near 0, tan x by x is somewhat greater than 1. And if we know this particular thing, then we know these answers as well. How we know the answer? Sir, if they are asking the direct limit, that would be equated to 1. But if they are asking about the greatest integer function, that means just lesser than 1 value I am getting here, and here just greater than value 1 I am getting here. So this will be equated to 0, this will be equated to 1. Now we will understand about sin inverse x and tan inverse x. So here you can see at x equals to 0 plus, you can sense one thing, that this is the graph of sin inverse x, right? This is the graph of sin inverse x. This is the graph of x, and this is the graph of tan inverse x, right? So you can see one thing very easily, that sir, sin inverse x is greater than x and it is greater than tan inverse x, and x is positive as well. X is positive. Since x is positive, so I can divide by x. So what I will be getting, that sir, sin inverse x greater than 1, tan inverse x, right? And what if I check at 0 minus? This was first case, this is the second case. If I check at 0 minus, that means x is negative. So what I can sense, so tan inverse x is giving me larger value, right? This is the graph which is upward, so tan inverse x is giving you larger value, and it is greater than x and it is greater than sin inverse x. It is giving me lesser value in the negative n direction. That means minus 0.3 is always greater than minus 0.5. So this is the scenario that was happening. Now sir, but since x is negative, so if I divide, what will happen is that tan inverse x divided by x would be less than 1, would be less than sin inverse x divided by x. Understandable? So no matter whether you are talking about 0 plus or 0 minus, sir, always one condition I have got, that near 0, near x equals to 0, what I have understood is that sin inverse x divided by x would be greater than 1, and tan inverse x divided by x would be less than 1 but nearly equals to 1. Greater than 1, less than 1, but nearly equals to 1. Nearly equals to 1. And here this was completely opposite. The sin x by x was less than 1, tan x by x was greater than 1, but nearly equals to 1. But nearly equals to 1. Nearly equals to 1, but greater than 1, less than 1. Is that understandable to you or not? Okay. So just remember one thing. If you just remember about sin x by x, no, that sir, near 0, sin x by x is less than 1. If you just remember this graph in your mind, which graph? This graph in your mind. That sir, near 0, sin x by x is less than 1, sir. Then you would get to know that tan x by x is greater than 1. Then sin inverse x by x would be also greater than 1. Then tan inverse x by x will be less than 1. Then you will be able to write down all these answers. Is that clear to you? Now solve these questions. Take your time, pause the video, have patience, give me the correct answer. I need the correct answer of all 4 of them. Have patience. Okay, 2027 sin x by x, just think about it. Will you be able to give the correct answer or not? So think about it, pause the video and then solve it. Okay, I will take a break and then I will come back. Yeah, so did you solve this question? What was the answer of this one? 2026. Why is that so? What you need to do? So 2027 sine 0 plus divided by 0 plus. Now you know that, sir, this value is less than 1 or nearly equals to 1 but less than 1. Nearly equals to 1 but less than 1. That means, sir, this value will be somewhat 0.9999999. So basically the scenario is that 2027 is being multiplied with 0.999999999. Right? So what will be the answer you will be getting? So this value will be somewhat 2026.99 something like that. You can do the calculation. So what will be the answer? Just lesser integer, that will be 2026. What will be the scenario here? 2027 10 0 plus 0 plus 2027. This value will be somewhat greater than 1, sir. Somewhat greater than 1. So sir, total answer would be 2027 point 0.0000 in that manner, sir. 2027, whatever it is, basically some value greater than 2027. That means what will be the lesser integer? That will be 2027. So the answer of this one is 2026. The answer of this one is 2027. You know that whatever tan x is following, the same sin inverse x will also follow. So here the answer will be 2027, and tan inverse x and sin x are the brothers. Answer will be 2026. Understandable? So 2026, 2027, 2027, 2026. Very straightforward, right? Sin x by x will give you value just lesser than 1. This will give you value just greater than 1. This will give you value just greater than 1, and this will give you value just less than 1. What about these answers? You can apply the L'Hopital rule. You will get to know 0 by 0 form. It is 1 upon sin x will have the differentiation of cos x. Cos 0 will be 1. So these values will be 1. You can apply the L'Hopital rule. You will get the answer to be 1. What about these values? You will do it on your own. On your own, you will do it. One thing I already know that, sir, sin x by x, no matter whether it is 0 plus or 0 minus, whether this is 0 plus or 0 minus, I don't care. Here, sir, someone would say, sir, 0 minus is there. So what? Scenario that is happening at 0 plus, the same scenario is happening at 0 minus as well. No? In case of sin x by x and tan x by x and their inverse as well. The same scenario is happening at 0 plus and 0 minus. So 0 plus, 0 minus, that is equals to 0. Not equals to 0. Basically, whatever that is happening at 0 plus, the same is happening at 0 minus. So I don't even need to care about this 0 plus or 0 minus. Understandable? Here as well, I don't need to care about 0 plus or 0 minus. Whatever that will happen at 0 plus, the same will happen at 0 minus as well, because I always know that sin x by x will be always less than 1 and it will be always less than tan x by x as well. If I just do the reciprocal, then what will happen? Just do the opposite, no? What will happen? X by sin x will be greater than 1, will be less than x by tan x. Isn't it pretty obvious? 4 is greater than 2. If you do the reciprocal, this will become 1 by 4. This will become 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 is greater or 1 by 4 is greater? 1 by 2 is greater. So sign will change. So just if you do the reciprocal, the sign will change. So this value has become greater than 1 now. This value has become greater than 1. That means x by sin x has become greater than 1. And what about x by sin inverse x then? Sir, just opposite will happen. That will become less than 0. What about x by tan x then? If this has become greater than 1, sir, this will be less than 1. And what about x by tan inverse x then? Sir, this will become greater than 1. Is that understandable to you? Okay, just the opposite process. So x by sin x, it is somewhat greater than 1. So what answer it will give you? 2027. X by sin inverse x, just the opposite of this, 2026. X by tan x, 2026. Why is that so? Because, sir, it is just less than 1, somewhat lesser than 1, so 2026. And what about this one? 2027. So all the concept, everything is crystal clear. This discussion is absolutely clear to you. Which discussion? So this discussion, very important discussion. Sin x, x and tan x. Sir, when I draw the graph, I got to know that tan x by x is greater than 1 and sin x by x is less than 1. All I need to do is that I need to remember this particular graph. I will remember sin x by x is just somewhat lesser than 1. If I remember this, then I would remember tan x by x is just somewhat greater than 1. Then sin inverse x by x, that will be following opposite of sin x by x. That means it will be greater than 1. Tan inverse x by x, it will be following opposite of tan x by x. That means it will be less than 1. Okay. So if I am able to remember this thing, then all the questions are very easy for me to solve. All the questions are absolutely easy for me to solve. I will be able to solve all kind of questions which are asked on x by sin x, x by tan x, x by sin inverse x, x by tan inverse x, or whatever they want to ask, greatest integer function, everything I can solve. Is that clear to you or not? I hope it is absolutely clear to you. Let's take this example now. Find out the value limit x tending to 0, 1 by cos x x square. What you will do? Sir, I will put here 0 by 0 form, it would be 1 minus cos 0 divided by 0 square. Cos 0 is 1, so 1 minus 1 divided by 0 square. So it is 0 by 0 form. What I can do? I can apply L'Hopital rule. L'Hopital I can apply. So if I apply L'Hopital, sir, what I will do? Upper side differentiation, downward side differentiation. This will give you sin x, this will give you 2x. Again 0 by 0 form. If I put 0, again 0 by 0 form. Again I can apply L'Hopital rule. Again I can apply L'Hopital rule. Then again I will have to apply L'Hopital. So what I will be getting, sir? Sin x will have the differentiation of cos x divided by 2. Now if I put the limit, what I will get? Here I put the limit. Now if I put the limit, what I will get? Cos 0 is 1. Cos 0 divided by 2. Cos 0 is 1. 1 by 2 is the answer. So 1 by 2 is the answer. Try remembering this. Okay. Try remembering this. It should be there in your mind. Basically, is it there in our mind that sin x tending to limit x tending to 0, sin x by x, that is equals to 1. Limit x tending to 0, tan x by x, that is also equals to 1. And limit x tending to 0, 1 minus cos x divided by x square, that is equals to 1 by 2. Try remembering it. Otherwise you can remember, sir, 2 time differentiation. For then minus sin x would come, cos x, then plus minus sin x would come, then cos x would come. So cos x divided by 2, cos 0 will be 1 by 2. So these should be there in your mind. Okay, try remembering them. Solve this question, tan x minus sin x divided by x cube. You will say, sir, 0 by 0 I can apply L'Hopital. I can apply L'Hopital. So do it on your own, applying the L'Hopital rule. Applying L'Hopital rule, you can do it on your own. Simply you need to keep on differentiating and you will get the answer. So differentiation and all you can do it. But since it is a trigonometric relation, no, so what I can do? I can think of something. What I can think, sir, I can replace this as sin x by cos x. Sin x by cos x minus sin x divided by x cube. Right? Now what I can do is that, sir, here I can take sin x common. What I will get? 1 by cos x minus 1 divided by x cube. Right? And limit is going here, limit LT also I can replace. Limit means LT. Okay, limit extending to 0 is going. Next step, limit extending to 0. So sin x into 1 minus cos x divided by cos x only. Basically this will become 1 minus cos x divided by cos x. So this has become tan x. Say yes or no? This has become tan x now. Is that understandable to you? Tan x minus sin x I have replaced in this manner. Let's just say I have taken tan x common. Tan x I have taken common. If I take tan x common, what I will get? 1 minus sin x by tan x. And what is tan x? Tan x is nothing but sin x by cos x. So sin getting cancelled out. So tan x equals to 1 minus cos x I am getting. Tan x into 1 minus cos x I am getting. Or you can see from here, 1 minus cos x and then cos x comes outside, sin x by tan, cos x will become tan x. So this is what I am getting. And then divided by x cube is there. So what I am doing? X here and x square here. Okay, x cube is there, no? So x here, x square here. What I mean to say is that there is this property that limit x tending to a, fx dot gx is there, no? So you can separate the limits. You can separate the limits in this manner, that x tending to a, fx you calculate separately. Okay, you calculate this separately. This is not greatest integer, this is simple bracket. And then other one you calculate separately. So this is how limits can be separated. Anything, whatever you want to apply on limits, anything can be applied. So limit can be separated as well. So what I will do? Limit x tending to 0, tan x by x. Okay, this is separate. Multiply with limit x tending to 0, 1 minus cos x by x square. This is also separate. Did you understand what I did? Sin x by cos x, then I saw this particular scenario, that this scenario I am getting. Now I know that, sir, this answer would be nothing but 1. And then I know that this answer would be nothing but 0.5. So 1 multiplied with 0.5. What is the answer I am getting? So this was a separate property. So here let's just keep it in the box. So this answer is 1, this answer is 0.5. 1 multiplied with 0.5, answer will be 1 by 2 only. That's the answer we are getting. Okay, this is the answer we are getting. If you apply L'Hopital rule, then differentiation you will have to do multiple times. So it will be a bit hectic process. Just thought that it is some sinusoid relation. So let's try doing it sin x by cos x. Let's try doing it. Something can be get. And then we saw that yes, sir, we are getting this relation tan x by x is 1 and this is 1 by 2. So 1 into 1 by 2, 1 by 2 is the answer. Understandable? Let's solve this question. By applying the L'Hopital rule, you can solve it. Okay, by applying the L'Hopital rule, you can solve it. Answer will come out to be 2. But how I will solve? I will solve in this manner. Limit x tending to 0, sin 2x. Again, you will put 0 by 0 form it is. So L'Hopital rule you can apply. But what I am doing here is that let's put 2 here and multiply with 2 here. So 2 is a constant value. Can I take it outside? Yes, sir. Limit x tending to 0, sin 2x by 2x. This is what I am getting. Now, do you know one thing? You know one thing that, sir, limit if theta tends to 0, theta I am taking, sin theta by theta. So if this theta is small, theta tending to 0 means theta is small. So sin small angle divided by small angle will always come out to be 1. Theta tending to 0. What is the meaning of theta tending to 0? Theta tending to 0 means theta is small. Theta is small. Right? So if this first requirement is that this angle and this angle should be same. This is the first requirement. And second requirement is that this angle should be small. Now if x is tending to 0, what does that mean? If x is tending to 0, then 2x will also tend to 0. That means this is also small. So sin small angle divided by small angle, what it will throw? It will throw 1 only. So limit of this particular thing is 1. So 2 multiply with 1, what is the answer you will be getting? 2 multiply with 1, what is the answer you are getting? Answer you are getting is 2. That's the answer. You can apply L'Hopital, but in that manner also you can solve. That, sir, I try to make the same form, 2x by 2x. Sin small angle divided by small angle. Similarly, it goes for tan as well. What was the answer for this? Tan 0 divided by 0. You got to know that, sir, answer came out to be 1. So similarly, it goes for tan as well. And what about for cos x? For cos x, sir, this was the form. 1 minus cos theta divided by theta square. This was the form, no? 1 minus cos x divided by x square. So here as well, theta was small. In all the cases, theta has to be small. If theta is small and this angle same, this angle same, then answer is, here answer was 1 by 2. So what is the first requirement? The first requirement is the angle has to be small. And what is the second requirement? The second requirement is the angle should be same. This angle should be same. This angle should be same. Is that clear to you? So now x is tending to 0, so all these angles are small. There is no doubt about it. But I need to make sure one thing, that whatever that comes downward, that should have the same angle. What I mean to say is that I will do this calculation in this manner, that sin 4x, downward what do you need? You need 4x, right? Then I can equate it to 1. So if I am dividing by 4x, that means I will have to multiply with 4x as well. Now, after that, what do I have? 1 minus cos 2x. Now here the angle is 2x. Downward what do you need? You need the square of 2x. If you dividing square of 2x, you will have to multiply the square of 2x as well. Now in the denominator, what I am having? In the denominator of all this scenario, what I am having? I am having x cube. Now this is 4x, this will become 4x square, right? Now this is x square, this is x, so x into x square will become x cube. So x square and x cube will get cancelled out. X into x square will become x cube by x cube will get cancelled out. Now what this will throw? This will throw 1. What this will throw? This will throw 1 by 2. Our first target is to make the angle same. 2x, 4x. Understandable? Made the angle same. Then I check that if x is tending to 0, then 4x will also tend to 0. 2x will also tend to 0. That means they are small as well. So the target is achieved. Now this will throw 1 by 2. This will throw 1. Here there is 4. Here there is 4. So what is the answer I am getting? 1 multiply with 4. Then multiply with 1 by 2. Then multiply with 4. So what is the answer you are getting? 8. That's the answer you are getting. You could have applied L'Hopital rule. Whatever you want to do, you can do it. But in the quicker manner, in the best possible manner, this is how you could think. Apply the L'Hopital rule, you will get the answer. But 4x, 1 minus cos 2x divided by x cube. I could think that, sir, I need 4x by 4x. Here I need 1 minus cos 2x divided by 2x square I need. So whatever that I need, I got it here, then I multiplied. Then I saw that, sir, it is being cancelled out only. It is being cancelled out. Now I know that this limit will throw 1. This limit is already 4. This is a constant value. This limit will throw 1 by 2. And this will throw 4. Answer is 8. Is that clear to you or not? Okay. Completely understandable? Say yes or no. Not very tough. Or is it tough? Okay, not very tough at all. So answer is coming out to be 8. So let's keep this in a box. Let's small angle this thing. Okay, let's keep this also in a box. Let's try this question. Cos x sin x minus 1 x minus 5 by 2 cube. Apply the L'Hopital, you can do it. By L'Hopital, you can do it on your own. 0 by 0 form it is, you will be able to do it. Now x tending to pi by 2. I am more comfortable with x tending to 0, no? X tending to 0, because I know that all these things I will be able to apply. Now what if I replace x as t plus pi by 2? Now if I am replacing this thing, if x is tending to pi by 2, that means if x is nearly pi by 2, then what will be t? T will tend to 0. Say yes or no. Basically, if x is tending to pi by 2, what does that mean? That means pi by 2 will be equals to t plus pi by 2. So from here t is coming out to be 0 only. That means t will tend to 0. Do you agree to this point? If x tends to, if I am putting x equals to t plus pi by 2, then t will tend to 0. So can I replace it somewhat like this? That sir, x was tending to pi by 2, but now t will tend to 0. In place of x, what I need to put? T plus pi by 2, sir. In place of x, what I need to put? T plus pi by 2, sir. And then minus 1 here. Then, sir, in place of x, what I will put? T plus pi by 2. T plus pi by 2, sir. And then minus pi by 2 whole cube. Why I did so? Because I know that, sir, in these kind of problems, I am more comfortable with something tending to 0. Then I thought that I need to make it tend to 0. Then what I thought, let's replace x with the t plus pi by 2. If x is tending to pi by 2, then t will tend to 0. Then t is tending to 0 here. Then just replace x with t plus pi by 2. Now what is cos pi by 2 plus t? That is minus sin t. So what we are getting? Limit t tending to 0. So cos pi by 2 plus theta, that is second quadrant, right? Cos pi by 2 plus theta, that is second quadrant. So that will be minus sin t. Right? And here sin pi by 2 plus theta, that will also be second quadrant. In second quadrant, sin is positive. So this will become cos t minus 1 divided by, this will become t cube. Right? T cube. Now what you can see? So limit t tending to 0. This minus sign I can take inside. This will become sin t by t multiply with 1 minus cos t by, this was t cube actually. This was t cube. T cube. So one t I have given to this guy, other t square I have given to this guy. I know that this limit will throw 1 and this limit will throw 1 by 2. So what will be the final answer? Final answer will be nothing but 1 by 2. That will be the answer. So this is how I can solve it very easily. Otherwise L'Hopital will take a lot of time. So just we need to think. How we will think? That sir, this x tending to pi by 2 is troubling me. X equals to t plus pi by 2 I will put. Then t will tend to 0, sir. If I t tending to 0, then cos t plus pi by 2 is becoming, sir, minus sin t. Then this is becoming cos t minus 1. Then 1 minus cos t divided by t square, sin t by t. 1 into 1 by 2, answer is 1 by 2. So this is how we need to think. Otherwise, L'Hopital you can apply. But question would be there. If you are able to think, then you will be able to solve in a quicker manner. Otherwise, longer method will also give you the answer. There is no doubt about it. Okay. Let's solve this question. Apply L'Hopital here. Do nothing. Okay. Apply L'Hopital. Okay. Two methods I will tell you. But first thing that will click to me is that, sir, let's put the value directly. If I put the value directly, what I am getting? 1 plus under root 1 plus 0 minus under root 2 divided by 0. So that has become, sir, under root 2 minus under root 2 divided by 0 only, sir. 0 by 0, what does that mean, sir? L'Hopital I need to apply. So L'Hopital I will apply and I will try to get the answer. Okay. But again and again I will have to apply because it is y to the power 4. You can understand. So it will be time taking, but yeah, let's do it. But another method I will tell you, but let's do it by method 1, which is L'Hopital. Okay. So L'Hopital I am applying now. So let's differentiate. First under root is there. So 1 by 1 plus y to the power 4. Then 1 by 2. And differentiate this inner side. That will become 1 plus y to the power 4. Then differentiate this y to the power 4. That will become 4y to the power 3. No, not much differentiation will be used. So this is the differentiation I have done for numerator. Right? Under root 2 will give you the differentiation 0 only. So this is the differentiation we have done for numerator. Now for the denominator, what will be the differentiation? 4y to the power 3, and this is getting cancelled out. Now you will say, sir, y should not be equals to 0. Yes, no issue. I am tending y to 0, so there is no issue about it. Okay, now just put the limit. What answer you are getting? 1 by 2 under root 1 plus under root 1 multiply with 1 by 2 1 plus 1. So what is the answer you are getting? 1 by 2 under root 2 multiply with 1 by 2 under root 2. So 1 by 8 is the answer. One by 8 is the answer. There you go. Okay, that's the answer. Not very tough. Basically, one differentiation only is giving us the answer. If you see too much of under root, no. If you see too much of under root, then you can do the rationalization as well. What I am saying? Rationalization. What is the meaning of rationalization? If you see too much of under roots, then let's copy this thing and you can do the rationalization as well. If there are too much of under roots, I need to kill this under root, no? Let us say under root a plus under root b is there. I need to kill this under root. What I can do? I can multiply under root a minus under root b. If I am multiplying, I will have to divide as well. Right? Now what will happen? This is, let us say this is alpha, this is beta. So alpha plus beta multiply with alpha minus beta. So what you will get? Alpha square minus beta square. So what will be under root a square? So that will be a. What will be under root b square? That will be b. So a minus b under root a minus under root b. So basically this has killed the under root. Are you able to understand this point? Again, let's write down in a good manner that, sir, I need to do under root a minus under root b was there. Sir, I need to kill this under root. So what I did? Under root a minus b as it is, and what I did was I multiplied this, I multiply with under root a plus under root b divided by under root a plus under root b. Okay, so this will become alpha minus beta and this will become alpha plus beta. So that become alpha square minus beta square. So a square minus under root a whole square, that will be a, under root b whole square, that will be b, divided by under root a plus b. So although under root came downward, but upper under root has been killed. So mostly what will happen is that in these kind of problems, what you do, multiply the same upward and multiply the same downward as well. 1 plus under root 1 plus y to the power 4 minus under root 2. This is minus, so here I will put a plus. Whatever the sign here there is, this sign is minus, no, so here I will put plus and multiply the same downward as well. Plus under root 2. In the examination, you will not have to write down this step. Why is that so? Because in your mind only you would be able to think that why I am doing the rationalization. I am doing the rationalization so that on the upper side what I can do? On the upper side what I can do is that I can take this element, do its square, minus I can take this element, do its square. This is what we are doing, no? Under root a square, that is a, minus under root b square, that is b. So take this element, do its square. I am not even looking here. Like basically this will become a under root a minus under root b. I am not even looking here. I am simply doing the square of this element. What I will get? Limit y tending to 0. Square of this element will become 1 plus under root 1 plus y to the power 4. That is the square. No, this under root will be gone. And square of this element will become 2. What will be the square of under root 2? Basically, I am doing a square minus b square. So square of this will be 1 plus under root 1 plus y to the power 4 minus 2 divided by y to the power 4. In multiplication, I am having under root 1 plus under root y to the power 4 plus under root 2. This is what we are having. Now simply put y equals to 0 here. What you are getting? Again 0 by 0 form. Is that so? No, no, no. No, no. No, no. Yeah, yeah. Fine. Oh, 0 by 0 form we are getting. Is that so? Yes, yes. 0 by 0 form we will get. Then again we will have to do the rationalization. Not working, not working. Okay? Because again you will get 0 by 0 form, no? Right? If I put the value, again I am getting y tending to 0 here. 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 minus 2, 0. Again here this will become 0 only. Again 0 by 0 form. Then again do the rationalization. Again rationalize. It is a lengthy process, right? again rationalize. So it is a lengthy process, which I don't think is good. Okay, lengthy process. Just I will write down lengthy process. So better process was, what was the better process? So 0 by 0, do the differentiation, get the answer. Again you will have to rationalize then. Okay, so this will become under root 1 plus y to the power 4 minus 1. Then you do the rationalization. So 1 plus y to the power 4 minus 1. So then again you will get 0 by 0 form, I guess. So rationalization is not a good process here. Okay, this method 2 will not work. This method 2 is not very good. You should better go with the differentiation method only. Okay, so 0 by 0, go with the differentiation method. L'Hopital rule you apply. Upper side differentiation, lower side differentiation. This and this got cancelled out. Simply put the limit. You are getting the answer 1 by 8. Okay, so ignore this one. Ignore. Okay, ignore this method. Ignore. Let's go to the next question. Do this one again, 0 by 0. This is just testing your calculation, nothing else. If you put 0 here, 2 to the power 0, that will be 1. Basically 2 to the power 0, that will be 1 minus 1, and then again put 0 here, under root 1 minus 1. So 1 minus 1, basically 0 by 0 only. So what you can do, you can apply L'Hopital rule. Okay, so let's apply L'Hopital rule. Limit extending to 0, 2 to the power x will give you 2 to the power x ln 2, and this will give you 1 by 2 under root 1 plus x. If you simply put the limit here, then I guess you will get the finite answer. So 2 to the power 0 ln 2 divided by 1 by 2 under root 1. So what is the answer you are getting? This goes upward, 2 ln 2 we are getting, right? So a to the power x will have the differentiation of a to the power x ln 2. Understandable? And then under root 1 plus x will have the differentiation of 1 by 2 under root 1 plus x. Put x equals to 0. This will become 1 by 2. So this 1 by 2 goes upward. 2 ln 2 will be the answer, or this could be mentioned as ln 4 as well, which you already know. This is the answer. Okay, next one, it will also test the calculation, nothing else. There will be high calculation involved. Nothing else, only the high calculation. Options are also mentioned, A, B, C, D, which is the correct answer. Options are also mentioned. Do the question and tick the correct option on your own. Do it on your own. Okay, only here there will be high calculation, nothing else. Just it will be calculative. You can put 0 by 0 form, you will get 10 to the power 0 is 1. 2 to the power 0 is basically 10 to the power 0 you will get, minus 2 to the power 0 you will get, 5 to the power 0 you will get, plus 1 divided by 0. So what you will get? 1 minus 1 minus 1 plus 1 divided by 0. So what form you are getting? 0 by 0. What does that mean? L'Hopital I can apply, right? So do the differentiation. So 10 to the power x ln 10 minus 2 to the power x ln 2 minus 5 to the power x ln 5 plus 1 divided by 2x. Again you will get 0 by 0 form only, divided by 2x. Put direct limit. What you will get? 10 to the power 0 is 1 only, so this will be ln 10. Then 2 to the power 0 will be 1 ln 2. 1 differentiation is 0, this one will not come. Minus 5 to the power 0 will be ln 5 divided by 2 into 0. Right, so this will become ln 10 ln 10. This is again 0 by 0. That means again we have to differentiate. So limit x tending to 0, again we have to differentiate. So if we have to differentiate, so this was already ln 10 ln 10 was a constant value, no? Again we are differentiating, nothing else. So what we are doing, this ln 10 is a constant value, so 10 to the power x we are differentiating. So ln 10 to the power x if we differentiate, so 10 to the power x ln 10 will come, so this will become square, ln 10 square, 10 to the power x minus 2 to the power x, so 2 to the power x ln 2, so ln 2 square 2 to the power x minus ln 5 square 5 to the power x divided by differentiation of 2x will be 2. Okay, now you again put the limit. So what answer you will be getting? So this will become ln 10 whole square minus ln 2 whole square minus ln 5 whole square, right, divided by 2. That's the answer, but we need to simplify it, no? Right, we need to simplify it. So what I can do is that, let's apply a square minus b square. So what I will get, ln 10 plus ln 2, a square minus b square, a plus b into a minus b, into a minus b, right? A square minus b square. Here I am applying a square minus b square. So a plus b, a minus b, minus ln 5 minus ln 5 whole square divided by 2. So ln a plus ln b, that is ln 20. Ln a minus b, that will be ln 5 minus ln 5 whole square divided by 2. Now what you can take, ln 5 you can take common. So inside what you will be getting, ln 20 minus ln 5 divided by 2. Did you understand what I did here? Ln 10 plus ln 2, ln a plus ln b, what that would be? Ln ab. That property I have applied. Ln a minus ln b, what that would be? Ln a by b. That property we have applied here. Right, so here we got ln 5, ln 20. Now ln 5 we took common, so ln 20 minus ln 5. Now again ln a by b, so it will become ln 4. So ln 5 multiply with ln 4 divided by 2. That's the answer we are getting. Now ln 4 could be treated as 2 to the power 2. So 4 could be treated as 2 to the power 2. Then 2 can come inside. So 2 can come outside, and this will become ln 5 ln 2. Basically, what is ln 4? Ln 4 is nothing but ln 2 to the power 2, which could be written as 2 ln 2. Right? So this 2 and 2 got cancelled out. So we are getting ln 5 ln 2. So ln 5 ln 2. This is the answer. You have to trust your calculation here. Okay, this till this option everything was fine. After that we have to trust our calculation, that how we will match the option. After that people will start losing the hopes that, sir, I might be doing something wrong, I might be doing something wrong. But a square minus b square, a plus b, a minus b, do it. Ln 20 ln 5, ln 5 you take common, ln 20 minus ln 5. Then you think here ln 20 by 5, ln 4, ln 5 ln 4 divided by 2, then 2 to the power 2. So ln 5 into ln 2. That's it. This is the answer we are getting. Okay, so you have to trust your calculation. It was only calculative, nothing else. So option C is correct. Solve this question. Solve this question, you will apply L'Hopital rule, you will get the answer, right? But I have something else in my mind. What I can think. One thing I know, that sine pi minus theta equals to theta only, equals to sine theta only, right? Also, I need this angle to be small inside this. Basically, I know one thing, that, sir, limit x tending to 0, sin x by x equals to 1. Where, sir, this x is small, no? This x is small. I need this angle to be small. In my question, what is the scenario? What is my angle? What is my angle? In my question, my angle is pi cos x, and my limit is tending to x tending to 0. So pi cos x, what that will be? Pi cos 0. Cos 0 is 1. So this is my angle, which is not small. Not small. If I want to apply something that I already know, that means what I need to do? Sir, I need to get a small angle. Say yes or no. I need to get small angle, then only something could be done. And if angle is small, no? If angle is small, basically limit x tending to 0 sin x by x, this could be written as 1. What does that mean? If your angle is small, then actually your sin x could be written as x only. Say yes or no? See this thing, no? See this diagram. If your angle is small, then sin x is nearly equals to x. Although it is less than x, we know, but it is nearly equals to x only. Here it is greater than x, but it is nearly equals to x. So if your angle is very small, then sin x could be written as x only. But the task is that you make the angle small. How will you make the angle small? By using this particular thing. That's why I know that it is sin theta. So let's not change anything here. And what do? Sin pi minus pi cos x. Can I do in this manner? Absolutely, sir. Now if you put x tending to 0 here, what will happen? Cos 0 will be 1. Sin pi minus pi, this angle will become small. Small angle. This angle will become small. Right? So either you can apply small angle divided by small angle. So basically what you can do is that limit x tending to 0, sir, sine, here angle I am having is pi into 1 minus cos x. So downward as well, sir, I will need pi into 1 minus cos x as well. So sir, if I am dividing something, I will have to multiply as well, pi into 1 minus cos x, right? And already x square was there. Already x square was there. So what it will give me? Sine small angle divided by small angle. What answer it will give me? 1. What answer this will give me? 1 minus cos x divided by x square. That will give me 1 by 2. So what is the answer I am getting? 1 multiply with pi multiply with 1 by 2. What is the answer? Pi by 2. I know that it is very tough to click, sir. You are solving, that is fine. You already know the answer, sir. That's why you are solving it. Look, being honest, I took these questions from some J Advanced channel. Okay, JE channel I have taken and I have just put it here. I am also thinking like you only. Like this thing clicked to me that I can equate it to x, and here something else clicked to me that I can make the form of sin x by x. So actually I am also thinking with you only. I have a slight advantage because I am a teacher. So I have a slight advantage, but you need to think. If you are not able to think, apply L'Hopital rule, you will get the answer. No doubt about it. It will just be a bit lengthy, but you will get the answer pi by 2 only. Here I am just developing the thinking that how you can think more. That I just need to make this angle small. Although at this time this angle is not small, this angle is pi, which is not small. I need to make this angle small. So what I can think? Sin pi minus theta I can think. So here only I thought that pi minus theta I will do, I will make it small. Right? Since it has become small now, so sin small angle divided by the small angle, if I am dividing with something, I will have to multiply as well. So what I thought, this became 1, and along with that I got a very interesting thing as well, 1 minus cos x divided by x square. That is also giving me 1 by 2. Pi was already constant. Pi by 2 is the answer. Or I could have applied here only what I could have done. That sir, this could be replaced. Sine small angle could be replaced with angle only. So this could be replaced here. Pi minus pi cos x. That means pi minus cos x. I am taking pi as common. So pi into 1 minus cos x divided by x square. So this will give you 1 by 2. So pi into 1 by 2 will give you pi by 2. So here only if I wanted to apply this thing. Which thing? This thing if I wanted to apply. That also I could have done. That simply take out the angle. So pi into 1 minus cos x. So 1 minus cos x divided by x square will give me 1 by 2, and pi was already constant, so answer would be pi by 2. So it's just that you need to think. How well you think, that is up to you. Understandable? How will you think? Here as well you could have done it. This calculation was also not required. Is that clear to you? So more than enough question for 0 by 0 we have solved. I think if any question is coming in your examination hall, you will be able to solve it, no matter whichever the examination you are appearing for. Okay? More questions we will solve, don't worry. But let's talk about some other form. Infinite by infinite. So L'Hopital could be applied only for 0 by 0 and infinite by infinite. Sir, examples you did not tell. Example I will tell. Okay? Examples I will tell. Don't worry. Examples will come. But L'Hopital could be applied only for 0 by 0 and infinite by infinite. Not for 0 into infinity. So sir, if 0 into infinity is coming, what I will do? Sir, if 0 into infinity is coming, then what I will do? What is the method? The method is that, can you make this as 1 by 0? Yes sir. So it will become infinite by infinite. Now I can apply L'Hopital. So you need to make the form. Or what you can do? Take 0 as it is and take 1 by infinity downward. So what this will become? 0 by 0. So just as you see 0 into infinity, don't worry. What you will think? That let's make it 0 by 0 or infinity by infinity and then apply the L'Hopital rule. Let's see this example. Here x is tending to infinity. What I need to do? Directly put infinity here. What you will get? 2 to the power infinity minus 1. 10 2 to the power 1 minus infinity. What is the value of infinity minus 1? That will be infinity only. And what will be the value of 2 1 minus infinity? That will be 2 to the power minus infinity. What is 2 to the power infinity? That is infinity only. 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2, this will become very large value. So that will be infinity only. And what is the value of 2 to the power minus infinity? That we have already seen, that is 0. So tan 0 is 0. So this has become infinite into 0 form. Infinite into 0 form, that means it is indeterminate form. Indeterminate form. Okay. But it is the brother of 0 by 0. Brother of 0 by 0. So yes, I can make it 0 by 0. How will I make it? Limit x tending to infinity. Sir, this particular thing was throwing infinity, no? So let's do one thing. Let's keep 2 to the power 1 minus x as it is and take this downward as 1 by 2 to the power x minus 1. Say yes or no? Now you put x, sorry, this was x tending to infinity only. Sorry guys, this was x tending to infinity. 2 to the power 2 into 1 minus x as it is. I took this one downward. So there, this has become 1 by, this has become 1 by 2 to the power x minus 1. So if you put x tending to infinity now put x tending to infinity here. What expression you will be getting? Tan 2 1 minus infinity 2 to the power 1 minus infinity divided by 1 upon 2 to the power infinity minus 1. So tan 2 to the power 1 minus infinity will become minus infinity divided by 1 by 2 to the power infinity. What it will become? This will become tan 0. Tan 0. And what this will become? 2 to the power infinity is infinity only. So this will become tan 0 divided by 0. So yes, it is a 0 by 0 form. And it is pretty obvious that this was infinity only. I took it downward. So now what this will become? 1 by infinity. That is 0. So yes, it is a 0 by 0 form. Here I can apply L'Hopital now. L'Hopital I can apply now. Do I have the page? No. I will have to add the page. Now I can apply L'Hopital rule. Did you understand this point? How we started? We started from here that sir, this was the question given. Limit x tending to infinity 2 to the power x minus 1 log, sorry, tan 2 to the power 1 minus x. So this is the scenario given. When I am putting the value, this is becoming infinity and this is becoming 0. So this is the form that I am having. It is the brother of 0 by 0. It is coming from 0 by 0. So what I thought, sir, let's take one of the expression downward. If I take one of the expression downward, then my job would be done, sir. Either I will be able to make infinite by infinite form or I will be able to make 0 by 0 form. So let's take this expression downward in this manner. Now I can apply L'Hopital rule. L'Hopital rule I can apply. So what I will get? So tan theta will have the differentiation sec square theta, right? Sec square theta. Now do the differentiation of whatever that is inside. So 2 is a constant value, 2 to the power minus x ln 2, and then there will be a negative sign. So this will be the differentiation. Okay, so basically I need to differentiate 2 to the power 1 minus x. So 2 into 2 to the power minus x I can write down. So 2 as it is, this is a to the power x ln x, sorry, ln a, and differentiation of minus x will be minus 1. So 2 into 2 to the power minus x ln 2, then minus sign outside. Now downward what is written? This could be written as, this expression could be written as 2 to the power x minus 1 is there. No, so downward what is written? Basically this is tan 2 to the power 1 minus x. So downward 1 upon 2 to the power x minus 1 is written. So let's just say 1 upon a to the power b. What this could be written as? A to the power minus b. So if this comes upward, this could be written as 2 to the power minus x plus 1, or you can say 1 minus x, right? 1 minus x, right? This is becoming upward, 2 to the power 1 minus x. So upper side differentiation I have done, downward side also differentiation I need to do. So how will I do the differentiation? So it will be 2 to the power minus x ln 2, and negative sign would be there. Are you able to understand this point? Upper side differentiation I have already done, downward side I need to differentiate. This expression was 1 by 2 to the power x minus 1. 1 by 2 to the power x minus 1. How this expression could be written? This expression could be written as 2 to the power 1 minus x. Just if it goes upward. So 2 to the power 1 minus x, it could be written as 2 to the power 1 minus x. Now I need to differentiate it. Have I already differentiated? Yes, sir. 2 to the power minus x ln 2, and then negative sign. This I have already differentiated. So this will get cancelled out. This and this, everything will get cancelled out. Now you just need to put infinity here. So what answer you will be getting? Limit x tending to infinity sec square 2 to the power 1 minus infinity. That will be minus infinity only, which we already know. So simply we have put the limit. We have put the limit. So why I am putting here? So 2 to the power minus infinity, what that would be? Sec square 0. That is 1. So what is the answer? Answer is 1. Is that clear to you? Okay. I just reduced down the expression. I applied the L'Hopital rule. I took it downward, applied the L'Hopital rule, got the form 0 by 0. Now I can apply the L'Hopital rule. I just simply need to differentiate. So this was the differentiation, nothing else. Differentiation I have done. Put the limit 2 to the power minus infinity, that is 0. Sec square 0 is 1. Answer is 1. Solve this question, x ln x. What you will do? Directly put the value. Sir, what you are getting? 0 ln 0. 0. What is ln 0? Ln 0 is minus infinity. ln 0 is minus infinity. So 0, eventually this is some just some negative sign. 0 into infinity form you are getting. Sir, it is the brother of 0 by 0. So what I need to do? I need to take one of the expression downward. So what I will do? Sir, it could be written as x tending to infinity. Sir, ln x I am keeping as it is, and I am taking 1 by x downward. 1 by x downward. Now I am pretty sure that, sir, it was 0 by 0 into infinity. Either it would have become 0 by 0 or it would have become infinite by infinite. I don't care what it has become. Although I can see that ln infinity, this will also become infinity. So it has become infinite by infinite. That means I can apply L'Hopital rule. So how will I L'Hopital rule? How will I apply L'Hopital rule? So ln x will be 1 by x, and this will be minus 1 by x square. Right? So this x square goes upward, divided by x, minus sign is there. Basically, limit x tending to 0. This x square goes upward, divided by x, and then there is a negative sign. Put x tending to 0 here. What is the answer? 0 you are getting. That's the answer you are getting. Okay. Or what I could have done? Or what could have been the method? Or the method could have been that, sir, you keep x as it is, but take 1 by ln x downward. 1 by ln x downward. This you could have done. Right? Now you have to differentiate. Again, you can apply L'Hopital rule. Limit x tending to 0. Differentiation of x will be 1. Downward you have to differentiate. What that would be? First you have to differentiate 1 by ln x. Right? So that will become 1 by ln x whole square with the negative sign. Then you have to differentiate ln x. That will be 1 by x. Okay. So what it will throw now? So basically this has become x ln x whole square, not giving you anything productive. So basically if I take 1 by ln x downward, no, so this form I am making. Differentiation of x will be 1. Differentiation of 1 by ln x, what that would be? 1 by some function. So first you will differentiate. This is the some function you will get, and then differentiation of function x. That will be 1 by x. So this is the form you are making. This is the form you are making. So at the end of the day, you are making the form of minus x multiplied with ln x whole square. This form you have made. Again, if you put 0, again what you are getting? 0 into infinity form. So nothing productive you are getting here. Right? So better let's take this x downward. So this ln x will give you 1 by x. This 1 by x is giving minus 1 by x square. This goes upward. So this has become x square by x. And simply put the limit. Here this and this get cancelled out. So minus x, put the limit. Answer is 0. My answer would be minus 0 or plus 0. Both are same. Understandable? Okay. Understood? Not very tough. Here as well there is the same thing actually. This question is not different. This question is same. Try solving it on your own. What you will do? Limit. First you will put the limit. You put 0 here. Multiply with ln infinity. Simply put the limit here. No. 0 multiply with ln infinity. So 0 into infinity. So what you will feel? That, sir, let's keep ln 1 by x as it is and take this x as downward. So this will become 1 by x. Okay. Now what you do? Limit x tending to 0. Differentiation of 1 by x. What that would be? X. And this will become differentiation of ln 1 by x. So that will be 1 upon 1 by x, that means x, and then differentiation of 1 by x, that will become minus 1 by x square. And then here minus 1 by x square. Differentiation of 1 by x will be minus 1 by x square. This and this is getting cancelled out. Put the limit here. What is the answer you are getting? 0 only. The answer is 0. Okay. And it is supposed to be 0 only. Why is that so? Let's remove this one. Why is that so? Because it is nothing but, if you look closely, it is nothing but x ln x 1 by x, x to the power minus 1, minus sign goes outside. So it is the same expression, only there is a negative sign. 1 by x is there, so what? Minus sign goes outside. Ln 1 by x could be written as minus ln x. So this minus sign goes outward. So put 0 here. What is the answer? Minus 0 will be the answer, or you can say 0 is the answer. So both are the same question actually. It feels like that they are different. So did you understand how to solve 0 into infinity? How to solve 0 into infinity? Did you understand or not? Yes, sir. 0 into infinity is very straightforward for me. 0 into infinity is just the brother of 0 by 0, infinite by infinite. You just need to make the form. Keep one expression as it is, take the other one downward, do the differentiation, get the answer. 0 by 0 form you will be able to make, then do the differentiation. That is up to you. Tan theta will have sec square theta, then 2 to the power 1 minus x will have the differentiation of 2 outside, 2 to the power minus x ln 2, and then negative sign outside. Then similar differentiation is there downward as well. Cancel them out, answer is 1. Here as well the same thing, x ln x, 0 into infinity, take 1 downward, do the differentiation, 1 by x minus 1 by x square, take the expression upward, put the limit, answer is coming out to be 0. Okay, so similar thing here as well, answer is coming out to be 0. So what we have done, 0 by 0, L'Hopital you can apply, infinite by infinite, L'Hopital you can apply. Examples are pending, we will see that. 0 into infinity, L'Hopital you cannot apply. Convert it to infinite by infinite, now you can apply L'Hopital. Now you can apply L'Hopital. Right? 0 into infinity is there, then L'Hopital you cannot apply. Convert it into infinite by infinite or 0 by 0, then you can apply L'Hopital. Then there is one more indeterminate form, that is infinite by infinite. Infinite minus infinite. Okay, what is that indeterminate form? Infinite minus infinite. So there is no L'Hopital rule. You cannot apply L'Hopital rule. You cannot apply L'Hopital rule. So what you will do here, we will tell you some method. Some method we will see. We will see that. So what all indeterminate form you have seen? 0 by 0, then its brother was infinite by infinite, then its brother was 0 into infinity. 3 indeterminate form we have seen. Now one more new indeterminate form I am telling you, that is infinite minus infinite. Now let's talk about infinity. So infinite plus infinite, what that would be? Very high value plus very high value, or you can do in this manner, 1 by 0 plus 1 by 0. It is simply very high plus very high, no, very high plus very high, very high value plus very high value. So it will become very high value only, very high value, right? So that will become infinity only. So infinite plus infinite is infinite. What is infinite into infinite? I told you 1 by 0, multiply with 1 by 0, 1 by 0 only, that is also infinity. What is infinite divided by infinity? That I told you, brother of 0 by 0, infinite by infinite, brother of 0 by 0, and that is indeterminate form. Indeterminate form. And what is infinite minus infinite? Now you let me know, infinite is very high. For some guy, let's just say some guy is getting 1 mark in test series. He is getting only 1 mark in test series, or he is getting 10 marks in test series. Okay. So for this guy, what is the highest high marks? For this guy, 50 is a high marks. Because if he gets 50, he will say I am getting high marks. So for this guy, 50 is infinity. And let's just say some guy is getting 60 marks in the test series. For this guy, what is the high marks? For this guy, high marks is 95. So infinity could be different, no? For different people. Are you able to understand this point? So this is also high, this is also high. So infinity, this is very high. But how much high, that I don't know. So very high, 1 I am writing. Minus, this is also very high, but very high too. But how high? You cannot tell, no? So again it is indeterminate. Why it is indeterminate? Did you understand this point? You are subtracting high value from high value. But how much higher, how much lower, that you don't even know. That means this is the indeterminate form. Indeterminate form. So all 4 operations if we do, first one was addition. Infinite plus infinite, infinite. Then it was subtraction. It is indeterminate. Indeterminate. Then I do the multiplication. Infinite into infinite, that is infinite. And then I do the division. This is also indeterminate. Will that be easy for you to remember? Absolutely, sir. Say yes or no. Is that clear to you? Okay, so 4 indeterminate form we have studied. First one you need to remember, sir, 0 by 0. Brothers are there, infinite by infinite, 0 into infinity. That's it. And one more, infinite minus infinite. So 4 indeterminate form we have studied. 3 more we need to study, but we will not mug them up. We will not mug them up. We will remember the concept. What is the concept? 0 by 0, sir, L'Hopital I can apply. Infinite by infinite, L'Hopital I can apply. 0 into infinity, sir, I cannot apply L'Hopital directly. I will convert it into 0 by 0 or infinite by infinite. Then I will apply L'Hopital, and then, sir, infinite minus infinite. Some method would be there. Okay, some method would be there. What that method would be, that we will see. Okay, so let's solve these questions now. Infinite by infinite. These kind of questions we are going to solve. Try doing these questions. What form you are getting, sir? Directly if I put here, what form I will get? Sir, 4 into infinity plus 7 divided by 3 into infinity minus 4. So this will become infinity, this will become infinity. What I can do? I can apply L'Hopital. L'Hopital I can apply. What does that mean? Upper side differentiation, what will be the differentiation of 4x? 4x plus 7, that will be 4. What will be the differentiation of 3x minus 4? That will be 4. Answer will be 4 by 3. That's it. This is the answer. Now just think about it. One more method I am going to teach. Okay, first let's solve this one. For this one as well, sir, if I put infinity, so 4 into infinite square, infinite into infinite is infinite only, minus 2 into infinity plus 3 divided by 7 into infinity square plus 4. So infinite, very large value it is, sir. So infinite by infinite, again you are getting, again you can apply L'Hopital rule, sir. L'Hopital rule we can apply. So again we differentiate. So once we differentiate, what we will get? Upper side differentiation will give me 8x minus 2 divided by 14x. Right? 8x minus 2 divided by 14x. Again, if you put the limit here, again infinite by infinite, again you have to apply L'Hopital rule. How will you apply the L'Hopital rule? So limit x tending to infinity, again you differentiate, 8x will give you 8, 14x will give you 14. What is the answer? 8 by 14 is the answer. Okay, you differentiated, now you put the limit. Where you will put the limit? There is no x, no. This is the answer, that's it. So just kept on differentiating. Basically, first I differentiate, I am getting 8x minus 2 divided by 14x. Then I put infinity here, so this will become 8 into infinity. So it is infinity only. 14 into infinity, this is also infinity. So again infinite by infinite, again I differentiated. When I differentiated, what I saw? This became 8, this became 14. Right? They are the constant value. Since they are the constant value, so this is the answer. 18 by 8 by 14 is the answer. So no limit is left, no. Where you will put? You need to put the limit of x, but this is the constant value you are getting. So no limit you need to put. So answer is 8 by 14. Okay. Basically, if I ask you limit x tending to 3, 4 into 7, what will be the answer of this? This is a constant value, no. Answer will be 28. So where you will put the limit? There is no term of x. So where 4 into x means this is not x. 4 multiply with x. 4 divided by 7. You will get confused that multiplication sign is x. No, this is not x, this is multiplication sign. So where you will put the limit of x? There is no x here, right? So what will be the answer? 4 by 7. So similar thing, where you will put the limit? So there is no answer. So there is no x involved. That's why the answer will be 4 by 7. Here the answer will be 8 by 14. Understandable? Let's understand one more method here. What is that method? Now I know that x is tending to infinity, right? So 4 into infinity plus 7, 3 into infinity minus 4. I know that x is tending to infinity. That means this particular value will be very large, no? If x is tending to infinity, this particular value will be very large. And this particular value will also be very large. So can I say if x is tending to infinity, then 4x will be much larger than 7 and 3x will be much larger than minus 4. Can I say so? So can I ignore this minus 4? Can I write down the expression in this manner? That limit x tending to infinity, can I write down the expression in this manner? That sir, 4x plus 7, 7 can be ignored. Divided by 3x minus 4, 4 can be ignored. And now x and x will get cancelled out. What is the answer you are getting? Constant value you are getting. What is the answer? 4 by 3. There you go. This is the answer. What about this question? 4x square minus 2x plus 3. X is tending to infinity. Sir, this is infinity, but this is infinite square. So 4x square will be very larger. What I mean to say is that if x is tending to infinity, then can I say that 4x square will be much larger than 2x? Sir, here also it is infinity, no? But it is infinite square, very large square. Square of 10 lakh, that will become very large. And this is 10 lakh only. So square of 10 lakh is much larger than 10 lakh, no? That means 4x square will be much larger than 2x. And this will be surely much larger than 3 as well. That means all these two guys can be ignored. And what about the downward part? 7x square would be much larger than 4. So this 4 can also be ignored. This can also be ignored. Basically, why I am ignoring it? From 1 lakh, from this part, if you add 1, what will happen? It is nearly the same, no? It is nearly the same. That's why I can ignore. It is very large, right? If this is the number, in this number, if you even if you add 100, will it make any impact? It is already very large number, right? Let's just say you are getting 10 lakh marks. If let's just say your package is 10 lakh, right? If someone gives you 10 rupees, will you be happy? I will be happy. I don't know about you. I will be happy, but it will not make much impact, right? So yeah. So if some value is very large and then you are adding up some small value, so no impact it will make, no. So we can ignore them. So eventually, how I can replace it? That rest other things could be ignored. Rest other things could be ignored. So I can simply replace it in this manner. That x tending to infinity, this will become 4x square and divided by 7x square. This could be ignored and this is also ignored. So what you are getting? Answer is simply coming out to be 4 by 7, which is same as 8 by 14. So this is the answer. That's it. 8 by 14 and 7 by 4 is same, no? They are the same. This could be written as 8 by 14 could be written as 4 by 7 only. So this is how you can use your brain and get the correct answer. Here what we are using, here we are not using any concept, we are just using our brain, and that can work only when x is tending to infinity. If x is tending to infinity, at that time I can think that sir x value is very large, so this I can ignore, this I can ignore, so I can get the answer. Solve this question. If x is tending to infinity, apply L'Hopital rule on your own, you will get the answer. Now what I will think, sir x is tending to infinity, that means 7x cube would be much larger than 4x, sir it would be much larger than minus 3 as well. And similarly sir, downward 6x square will be much larger than sir 7x, it will be much larger than minus 4 as well. So what I will get? Limit x tending to infinity. I can ignore these two guys. What I will get? 7x cube divided by 6x square. What you will get? Limit x tending to infinity. X cube divided by x square. So this will become 7 by 6x. Now simply put the limit. What is the answer you are getting? Multiply with infinity. That is infinity only. So answer we are getting is infinity. What does that mean? Limit does not exist. Limit does not exist. Okay. Infinity could be the answer, but limit does not exist. Limit will not exist. Understandable? Okay, because very large value divided by very large value, but this has become square, this has become x to the power 3. So 7 by 6 x. Now you put infinity here. What is the answer? Infinity. So limit does not exist. What about this one? What about this answer? What you will do? You can apply L'Hopital rule. You will understand on your own. Next, what I need to do? This is not infinite by infinite form. This is simply infinite by 6 form. Infinite by 6. So infinite by 6 will be infinity only. Here what I will do? Sir, x is tending to infinity. Right? So what I will do? Sir, 7x square plus 4, which is 7x square is very much larger value, sir. So 7x square divided by 6x cube minus 7x plus 3. So 6x cube will be very much larger, sir. Let's rest everything I can ignore. So what I am left with? Limit x tending to infinity. 7 divided by 6x. Now simply put the limit here. What you will be getting? 7 by infinity. What is the answer? 0. That's it. This is the answer. So here the answer is 0. Usually it is known that if a degree of numerator is greater than the degree of denominator, then the answer would come infinity. If degree of a numerator is lesser than the degree of a denominator, then the answer will come out to be 0. But we will not mug it up. Our concept is clear that if value is tending to infinity, then rest everything I can ignore, and this is what I will be left with. Simply put the limit. What is the answer we are getting? 0. If value is tending to infinity, rest everything I can ignore. 7 by 6 into x. Put tending to infinity here. Answer is infinity. Here, ignore everything. 4 by 3. Ignore everything. 4 by 7. X square will get cancelled out. X will get cancelled out. Here 4 by 3. Here 4 by 7. 4 by 7. That's it. Is that clear to you or not? So this is how I can solve the questions of infinity by infinity. I don't need to apply L'Hopital rule. Without applying the L'Hopital rule, I can solve these questions. More questions we are going to see, but I need to change the slides. I need to take a break as well. So after some time, I will do the recording. More questions we are going to see where this large concept and all infinite minus infinite can also come up. So all these examples will come up. So more questions we are going to see, but I need to take a break. I need to change the slides and then I will come back and we will see more examples. Okay, in this video only we will see more examples. So yeah, let me take a break and then we will see the examples. I hope your concepts are getting cleared. Very large value. This is how you can replace. Answer is infinity, answer is 0, or you can apply L'Hopital rule as well. Okay, let's meet after some time. Yeah, welcome back. So we have been looking at the examples of limits, right? So let's see this example now. We were looking at the examples of infinite by infinite. I told one thing that if x is tending to infinity, if x is very large, then we can take some approximations, right? So let's try taking the approximation here. So here x is tending to infinity. So what this expression can be reduced to? Which expression I am talking about? If x is tending to infinity, so I am talking about this expression, which is 25x square plus 3x. Can I approximate it to, look, x square will be very larger than x, no? So 25x square will be much larger than 3x. So can I approximate it to under root 25x square? Now can you let me know the value of 25 under root 25x square? What will be the value? Will it be 5x or something else? What will be the value? Sir, the value will be 5 mod of x. Look, let me know one thing. What is the value of under root x square? That is nothing but mod of x. Okay, that is not equals to x, that is equals to mod of x. Why is that so? What is the value of minus 2 square? Sir, minus 2 square could be written as 4. What is under root 4? That is 2. So under root minus 2 square is not equals to minus 2. You will not say that, sir, this and this get cancelled out. Answer is coming out to minus 2. No. Minus 2 whole square could be written as 4. So actual answer is 2. And what is the value of under root 2 whole square? Sir, that is nothing but again 2. So even if you are taking positive or if you are taking negative value, answer is coming out to be positive value only. So what will be the value of under root x square? So even if x is positive or negative, answer will come out to be positive x only. That means mod of x. Is that clear to you? Understandable? So answer of under root will always be positive. So that's why under root 25x square would be written as 5 mod of x, not 5 of x. But notice this thing, x is tending to infinity. What does that mean? That means x is a positive large value. X is tending to plus infinity, no? It is tending to plus infinity. That means it is a positive large value. It is a positive value. And for positive value, how do you open the mode? If x is greater than 0, how do you define the mode? If x is greater than 0, then you will open it as x. Otherwise, you will open it as minus x. Right? So if x is greater than 0, if it is a positive value, then mode will be opened with the positive sign. A lot of at 10 out of 10 places, I have seen that under root 25x square plus 3x, they will approximate it to 5x directly. But that is wrong. It will be approximated to 5 mod of x. If x was tending to minus infinity, then it would have opened with the negative sign. Is that clear to you or not? If x was tending to minus infinity, then under root 25x square plus 3x would be minus 5x. So always take care of the limit. It is tending to the positive value, that's why it has come out to be 5x. Okay, so this is a very important point. So what we have approximated, sir, limit x tending to infinity, 5x minus 5x. Now if I put infinity here, sir, can I say, sir, 5x minus 5x? So the answer is 0. No, x is tending to infinity. No, you always need to care about the limit as well. That means, sir, this is also very large value and this is also very large value. So it is very large value minus very large value. So it is the form of infinite minus infinite. So whenever you are applying all this scenario, whatever the scenario that we have put here, whenever you are applying this scenario, always take care one thing. If it is becoming a form of very large minus very large, if it was becoming very large plus very large, if there was plus here, then there is no concern. But if it is becoming a form of very large minus very large, then you have to be aware. Is that understandable to you or not? So it is becoming an indeterminate form. Okay. So always, yes, always you can apply this concept that, sir, x is tending to very large value. So yes, I can apply this concept, but always take care of one thing. If it is becoming very large minus very large, then there is a problem. That means now this is becoming a form of infinite minus infinite. So we have to apply the methods. We have to apply different method. So what all methods are there, sir? What will be the first thing? First thing, you will be always thinking that, sir, I will try to make it 0 by 0 form. Because, sir, if I am able to make 0 by 0 or infinite by infinite form, then, sir, it is very easy for me. Okay. So let's try method 1. What method 1 says? Method 1. I know that x is tending to infinity, right? If I replace x with 1 by t, or if I say I replace t with 1 by x, or x with 1 by t, if I replace x with 1 by t, then what t will tend to? X with 1 by t, or you can say t with 1 by x. So what t will tend to? I need the answer. T will tend to 0, or it will tend to 0 plus, or it will tend to 0 minus. Give me the answer. If x is tending to infinity, now I am replacing x with 1 by t, or you can say t with 1 by x. Then what t will tend to? You have understood the replacement, no? In the last lecture, in this lecture only we did the replacement. There was a scenario, x was tending to pi by 2, right? Then what I did, x will be replaced with the t plus pi by 2. So what t was tending to? T was tending to 0, right? Similar thing we are doing here. I am replacing x with 1 by t, or you can say t with 1 by x. So if x is infinity, then what t will tend to? T will tend to 0 or 0 plus or 0 minus. X is tending to infinity, right? What does that mean? It is 1 by very large positive value. Say yes or no? If t is 1 by x and x is tending to infinity, then it is simply 1 by very large positive value. Very large positive value, 9999999 or 1999999, and very large positive value. So what will be the answer? Very small. What will be the answer? Sir, answer will be very small positive value only. Do you understand this concept or not? What does that mean? T will tend to, sir, very small positive value. Very small value means 0, and very small positive value means 0 plus. So always remember this thing. At 10 out of 10 places, this concept is also taught wrong. I have seen a lot of places they will replace x with 1 by t and they will write down t is tending to 0. Absolutely baseless. T will tend to 0 plus. Okay, so here I am writing down the conclusion that x is tending to infinity. I am putting x as 1 by t, then t will tend to 0 plus. Always remember it. Always remember it. Okay. We will do this kind of approximation a lot of time. Like basically we will do this kind of a replacement a lot of time, that in place of x we will put 1 by t, just that to make the limit t tending to 0 plus, not t tending to 0. It will tend to 0 plus. Is that understandable to you or not? Because x is tending to infinity, that means it was already a very large positive value. So 1 by very large positive value means t will tend to very small positive value. That means t will tend to 0 plus. Is that understandable to you or not? So what I will put here, limit t tending to 0 plus under root, in place of x square what I will be putting, 25 by t square, because x is I am putting as 1 by t. So it will become 25 by t square plus 3 by t minus 5 by t. Okay. So 25, what this will become? This will become a t square if I take common, 25 plus 3t. So limit t tending to 0 plus. Now t square if I take here I will take the LCM t square, that will become under root 25 plus 3t, and downward there will be under root t square. Basically the whole calculation is going into the under root, no? So 25 into t, basically t square I am taking as LCM. So 25 plus 3t divided by under root t square. So divided by under root t square is also going on. Minus, here what is the scenario? 5 by t. Here the scenario is 5 by t. Now what is under root t square? Sir, under root t square is nothing but mod of t only. But t is tending to 0 plus. What does that mean? It is a positive value. What does that mean? This could be replaced as t only. So here I have seen at a lot of places they will directly write down that 25 plus 3t divided by t. Why is that so? The doubt would be arising that, sir, isn't it under root t square? And if it is under root t square, then it should be opening with mod of t. And sir, if it is opening with mod of t, how you can write down t here? Because t is tending to 0 plus, not t is not tending to 0. If t was tending to 0, what is the meaning of t tending to 0? The meaning of t tending to 0 is that it could be tending to 0 plus as well, it could be tending to 0 minus as well. Then someone can argue, sir, if it was tending to 0 minus, then mod of t would be opened as minus t. But here it would be opened as plus t. So the point is, if x is tending to infinity, actually the t is tending to 0 plus, not t is tending to 0. Because if it was tending to 0, then there would be ambiguity. But actually it is tending to 0 plus only. A great point. A lot of misconception was there, which is absolutely cleared now. Is that clear to you or not? Okay, so all these things will play a huge role if they are framing a good question. Okay, in the examination, in our test series as well, you would find we will frame some good question where all these fundamentals will be checked. Here, luckily, a lot of people would get the correct answer. What they would do is that they will directly do the replacement. X with 1 by t, they will put t tending to 0. Then here they will not care about under root t square, that is equals to mod of t. They will directly put t here. So luckily you will get the correct answer. But in the examination, they can frame a very good problem where you will struggle. Always care about this thing. So we need to care about every single thing. Started with x tending to infinity, so t will tend to 0 plus, sir, here under root t square is coming, that will be replaced with mod of t, but sir, mod of t will be replaced with t only because t was actually tending to 0 plus, not tending to 0, because the meaning of t tending to 0 was 0 minus as well, 0 plus as well, but here we are talking about 0 plus. Do you appreciate this thing or not? Absolutely. So what is the answer you will be getting? Limit t tending to 0 plus under root 25 plus 3t minus 5 divided by t. Now you put this 0 here, what you will get? Sir, under root 25 will be 5 only, minus 5 and then put 0 here. Sir, it is becoming 0 by 0 form. What it is, sir? Indeterminate form. What does that mean? Sir, I can apply L'Hopital rule now. Sir, L'Hopital rule is applicable, sir. So what I will do, I will differentiate upper side and downward side and I will get the answer. So differentiating upper side will give me 1 by 2 under root 25 plus 3t multiply with 3, and downward differentiation will give me 1 only. Then put the limit here, sir, and if I put the limit here, so 3 divided by 2 under root 25 and t equals to 0 you put here. So what is the answer you will be getting? 3 by 10 will be the answer you will be getting. That's the answer. Okay, so this is answer of this question. This was the method 1. Okay, so understandable. The point was only one technique was there, that x should be replaced with 1 by t. But you will get infinite minus infinite form when x will be tending to infinity. So what you need to do is that replace x with 1 by t and your job would be done. You will get 0 by 0 form and then you can apply L'Hopital rule. Because actually 0 by 0, 0 by infinite and infinite by 0, they are brothers, but there is one more brother, there is a cousin brother which is infinite minus infinite. So this cousin brother infinite minus infinite will also say one thing, that sir, if you do something with me, if you replace the variables, then I can become like you only. So it is also becoming like you. But if I don't want to convert it into 0 by 0, then how would I solve it? Okay, so now these brothers are not talking to each other. So if they are not talking to each other, that means we cannot convert them into other form. So how we can solve it? So what will be the way? 25x square plus 3x, no, plus 3x minus 5x. I told you one thing, sir, whenever you see under roots, do the rationalization. Because this was giving me infinite minus infinite, no? So I need to kill this infinite minus infinite. How will I kill this? Doing the rationalization. 25x square plus 3x. So when there is in between negative sign, put that to positive sign. Divided by 25x square plus 3x. So whatever that I am multiplying, that I have to divide with as well. So basically this was the expression, I multiplied with this and divided by this. So a minus b, a plus b. So what is the answer you will be getting? A square minus b square. So what is a square? 25x square plus 3x, under root was there and you did the square, so under root will be gone. Minus b square. What will be b square? That is 5x square. That will become 25x square. Divided by, it is tending to infinity. Okay, 25x square plus 3x plus 5x. Is that so? Right? So this and this is getting cancelled out. What you are getting? Sir, I am getting limit x tending to infinity. Limit x tending to infinity. Upper side I am having 3x. Upper side I am having 3x, and downward side what I am having? Downward side I am having under root 25x square plus 3x plus 5x. What I can replace it with? Sir, you will understand one thing, that sir, under root 25x square plus 3x can be approximated to 5x. Why is that so? Because x is tending to infinity. Where we have seen this? Here we have seen this. The 25x square plus 3x could be approximated to under root 25x square. That could be approximated to 5 mod of x. And since x is tending to infinity, which is a positive value, so it could be approximated to 5x. So here it could be approximated to 5x. So this value could be approximated to 5x. So now 5x plus 5x will become 10x. So this is 5x and another 5x is there. So 5x plus 5x will become 10x. What is the answer we are getting? Limit x tending to infinity, 3x divided by 10x. Simply cancel out each other. Answer is 3 by 10. There you go. This is the answer. Okay, so both method are giving us the same answer only. I will prefer method 2. Okay, I will not replace the things. It's not necessary that you get 0 by 0 form only or infinite by infinite form only, because if x is tending to infinity, then I have the choices. What choices I have? To approximate the values. Okay, so here I can approximate this value to 5x. 5x plus 5x, this will become 10x. So 10x and 3 by 10, I am getting the answer. Sometimes people get confused with the approximation. So if you get confused with the approximation, then what you can do? Then you can simply do one thing, and that one thing would be replacing the x with 1 by t. Okay, so I will take this example as well. This is our second example, but we have the space, so let's take this example here only. Again, here also, sir, I will apply the same thing. What my intuition says, that if x is tending to infinity, that means x is a very large value, sir. Since x is a very large value, so what this can replace with? If x is tending to infinity, sir, then under root 16x square plus 2x could be approximated to, sir, under root 16x square only, sir. That will come out to be as 4 mod of x, and sir, since this is a positive value, then sir, it could be opened as positive x only. So sir, it could be approximated to 4x only. Again, sir, 4x minus 4x, very large value minus very large value, it was simply, sir, infinite minus infinite form only, and here our things are stopping. So what will be the method 1? Method 1 will be that sir, I will replace limit t tending to 0 plus. What does that mean? I am replacing x with 1 by t, x with 1 by t, x with 1 by t. Understandable? So what we are getting? Limit t tending to 0 plus under root 16 plus 2t minus 4 divided by t. Okay, if I put here, this will become 0 by 0 form, and I can apply L'Hopital rule. If I can apply L'Hopital rule, how will I apply the L'Hopital rule? L'Hopital rule will say differentiate upper side and downward side. What answer you will be getting? This answer you will be getting, right? I am differentiating upper side and downward side. So upper side, when I differentiate, so 1 upon 2 under root 16 plus 2t. Always remember it is 0 plus 16 plus 2t, and differentiation of 2t will be 2 only. So this and this get cancelled out. Put t equals to 0 plus here. What will be the answer you will be getting? 1 by 4 will be the answer. Right? Do you agree to this point? 1 by 4 will be the answer. Right? 1 by 4 will be the answer here. Understandable? Simply do the same scenario. What I have done, I have simply put t equals to x equals to 1 by t I have put. So t will be tending to 0 plus. Here I put 1 by t. Same scenario you will be getting. This will be 16 plus 2t divided by under root t square. That will be replaced with t only. So 16 under root 16 plus 2t divided by t minus 4. Then t will tend to 0 plus. 0 by 0 form we are getting. Apply the L'Hopital rule. Upper side differentiated, I will get 1 by under root 1 by 2 under root 16 plus 2t multiplied by 2, and the downside differentiation, that will be 1 only. So what is the, then you put t equals to 0 here. What answer you will be getting? 1 by under root 16, which is 1 by 4. So here the answer is 1 by 4. What could be the method 2? Method 2 would be that, sir, doing the rationalization. Limit x was tending to infinity, sir. 16x square plus 2x minus 4x under root 16x square plus 2x minus 4x. Okay. So under root 16x square plus 2x plus 4x divided by under root 16x square plus 2x plus 4x. So a minus b into a plus b. So a square minus b square. What answer you will be getting here? A minus b, a plus b. So a square minus b square. So 16x square plus 2x minus 16x square. So you will be left with 2x. This much calculation you need to do now. Okay, you have to use your pen. A square minus b square. So square of this will be 16x square plus 2x, and square of 4x will be minus 16x square. So 16x square will get cancelled out. You will be left with 2x. Okay, this much calculation till this point you should be doing on your own. So this will become 16x square plus 2x plus 4x. Now if x is tending to infinity, I know one thing. What I can do? I can do some approximation. So this value 2x and the downward value under root 16x square plus 2x could be replaced with under root 16x square. That could be replaced with 4x. So now this will become 4x plus 4x, right? So this has become 2x by 8x, x and x will get cancelled out. What is the answer you will be getting? Answer I will be getting is 1 by 4. There you go, that's the answer. So two methods are there. Any method you want to apply, you can apply. Understandable? Okay, let's do next question, this question. Try it on your own. What you will think, sir? Okay, x tending to infinity, sir. Again, my thing, what I will do, sir, if x is tending to infinity, I will try to replace in this manner. I will try to take the approximation, sir. So this will be replaced with 5x. Then, sir, there is minus 5x. Then, sir, divided by, this will be replaced with 4x. Then, sir, there is minus 4x. Now, if you put the value, it is becoming infinite minus infinite. Infinite minus infinite. It's not that, sir, it will become 0 by 0. Let's do L'Hopital rule. Don't do these things. No. At the end of the day, you have understood one thing, that, sir, there is this minus sign which is doing the trouble. Infinite minus infinite. If it was infinite plus infinite, I would be happy. But there is this, sir, minus sign that is creating the problem for me, sir. Understandable? If here it was plus, then no issue would have been there. You would be very happy. Right? But there is this minus which is creating the problem. So, two ways are there, that you solve this one separately and get the answer, and then you solve this one separately and get the answer. Basically, what you do, just as there was this rule that limit x tending to a, f of x plus minus gx we have seen, then f of x multiply with gx also we saw, and similarly goes for f of x divided by gx as well, that you take this limit separately, solve it, okay, and then take this limit separately and then solve it. So let's just say here you are getting some answer L, here you are getting some answer, let's just say here you are getting some answer F, here you are getting some answer G. So F by G would be the answer. Similar thing I can do here, that sir, in the numerator I will solve separately, and in the denominator also I will solve separately only. So this I have already seen, I will solve it separately, divided by, in the denominator as well, sir, I will solve separately only. Now let me know one thing, have I already solved it? Yes, sir, these are the previous two examples that you have taken. So that was nothing but 3 by 10 and 1 by 4. So 3 by 10 and 1 by 4. These are actually considered as very good examples. If these examples are coming in your examination, then hardly 100 people in the whole question paper will be able to solve it. Not everyone would be able to solve it. Okay, these are considered as very good examples. But if you just see too much of under root, then what you can do is that you can do the rationalization. But you will have to do the rationalization upper side as well and downward side as well. What I mean to say is that you will apply the same method, rationalization. You will be doing rationalization upper side and downward side both. 25x square, this is the method 2 I am telling. It is not a method 2, this is simply the same method we are doing, nothing else. Rationalization we are doing, but upper side, downward side, both side we need to do. Okay, so this is the value that was given, that I am writing down, 16x square plus 2x minus 4x. Now for the numerator I am doing the rationalization. So what I will do, under root 25x square plus 3x plus 5x divided by under root 25x square plus 3x plus 5x. Now for the denominator as well, I will have to do the rationalization. So what I will do, there is negative sign, so here I will put the positive sign. So under root 6x square plus 2x plus 4x, and then under root 16x square plus 2x plus 4x, and then I will solve it. Basically these two guys will give me something, this as it is, and these two guys will give me something, and this as it is. Then the expression would look big. Then simply you can put the limit and you will get the answer. Answer will come out to be 6 by 5 only. You can do it on your own. Okay. So rationalization, basically we are doing the same thing. Whatever the method that we applied here, no, we are doing the same thing. We will do this calculation, we'll get 1 by 4, and then we will do the other calculation, we will get 3 by 10, and then we will get the answer 6 by 5 only. Okay, so same calculation we are doing, nothing new. In the examination, what I would have preferred, just as I saw infinite minus infinite, infinite minus infinite. So solve this one separately, solve downward separately, job done. Okay, this is what I would have done in the examination. I would have applied this method. I would have solved this one separately and this one separately. Now it's up to you whether you will replace it by 1 by t, like you will do the replacement thing, or you will do rationalization. That's up to you. Okay, replacement or rationalization, that's up to you. Whatever that clicks in the examination hall, that thing we will do. Next one, solve this one. Again I will think my master thing. What does my master brain says? That do one thing, replace under root 5x square plus 3x. Since x is tending to infinity, this could be replaced as under root 5x square only. Why is that so? Because this value will be much larger than this value, and sir, this could be replaced with under root 5 mod of x, and since x is tending to infinity, so this would become under root 5x. Understandable? So this is what my brain will say, and I will try doing this thing. Under root 5x minus 5x divided by 4x. Now what kind of form you are getting here? Sir, here the scenario was infinite minus infinite divided by infinite minus infinite. Even if I would have solved it, I was getting like 0 by 0 form. Right? Infinite minus infinite. But you know one thing here, sir, this is also very large value. This is also very large value. Right? But if I notice it more carefully, what do I notice? Under root 5 minus 5. This result is not giving me 0. Are you able to understand this point? Multiply with x. Previously, here I was getting 5x minus 5x, right? In this example, 5x minus 5x. If I would have taken the common 5 minus 5 multiply with x. So you put infinity here, this will be 0. And then put infinity here, another indeterminate form you are getting, 0 into infinity. Are you able to understand this point? Actually, it was infinite minus infinite. Even if I would have taken x as common, then 5 minus 5, 0 into infinity was the form I was getting. Are you able to understand this point? Same goes here as well. But if I notice this particular thing here, under root 5 minus 5 multiply with x divided by 4x. X and x is getting cancelled out. There you go. And now it is becoming a constant value. So this is the answer. Under root 5 minus 5 divided by 4. That's the answer. That's it. This is the method 1. If very smartly, if you can solve it. This was method 1. Method 2, what that method 2 would be? That you will directly put here. What you will see? So it is becoming infinite minus infinite divided by 4 into infinity. So what do I do is that, sir, I will solve this one separately. Okay. So how will you do it? First you will solve the upper one separately. So solving upper one separately. What you will do the rationalization and your job would be done. So upper one separately you are solving. So what you are doing? You are doing the rationalization. Because rationalization might give me the answer in a bit quicker manner. Okay. So, but if you solve the upper one separately, then downward there will be 4x. Let's see what we get. So a square minus b square. So 5x square plus 3x minus 25x square divided by under root 5x square plus 3x plus 5x. Right? This is what we are getting, a square minus b square. So 5x square plus 3x minus. Previously, what was happening is this and this was getting cancelled. But now this is not the scenario. Here, what you are getting, 3x minus 25x square, and then downward this thing. So basically, I am directly writing. As of now, my limit has been reduced to limit x tending to infinity. 3x minus 25x square under root 5x square plus 3x plus 5x. This is what it has been reduced to. And I can notice one thing. What do I notice? That again, sir, it is again giving me infinite minus infinite form only. You put infinite here. 3 into infinity minus infinity. Previously, what was happening? All the rationalization you see. This rationalization you see. No infinite minus infinite. Here it was infinity. I know. Here also infinite plus infinite. Then I could have applied the approximation. That this could be replaced with 4x. This could be replaced with 4x only. This is already 4x. So 4x, 8x. But now I cannot apply the approximation. Why is that so? Because if I put infinity here, again it is giving me infinite minus infinite form. I only solved the numerator side. So what is the total limit I am having? What I was ignoring? I was ignoring this 4x. So let's write down this 4x downward. I was ignoring this 4x, no? So let's write down this 4x downward. Here also I was ignoring this 4x. So here also there was 4x downward. And here also there is 4x downward. So what this 4x can do is that this x and x can be cancelled. Right? So what you will be getting, I will be getting is that limit x tending to infinity. X I will take common from here. So I will get 3 minus 25x divided by 4, right? Divided by 4 because x and x has got cancelled out, and then under root 5x square plus 3x plus 5x. This is what I will be getting. Is that clear to you? Is the complete process clear to you? At first we started with rationalization, right? With the rationalization we are getting 35 minus, sorry, this was 3x minus 20x square. 20x square. Sorry guys, this was 20x square. This is 20x. This is 20x square. So now we are left with 3 minus, then x I took common from here. So 3 minus 20x, and then 4x was also available there. So 1 by 4x was also available there. So 3 minus 20x divided by 4, and this is the form that we are getting. Understandable? Now if I put, if I take the approximation, then do I get something? Yes. Now x is tending to infinity now. Let's take this expression on the next page. Let's take this expression on the next page. So what I need to do, I need to add a page. Let's take this expression here. Since x is tending to infinity, so 3 minus 20x, this value will become very large, no? So what I can replace this with? X is tending to infinity. So 3 minus 20x, this value will become very large. So this will become minus 20x divided by 4 is there. Now this value is also very large. This value is also very large compared to this value. So what you will be left with? Under root 5x plus 5x. So yes or no? Is that understandable to you? 4 was constant. Now this particular value has become very larger than this. 5x square is very larger than 3x. Under root 5x square plus 3x was there. So it could be approximated to under root 5x square, and that could be equals to under root 5 mod of x, and that would be equals to under root 5x since x is tending to infinity, right? Now you can see that x and x I can take common, so x and x will get cancelled out. My answer is coming out to be limit x tending to infinity. This will become minus 5. X and x is getting cancelled out. So under root 5 plus 5. And since this is a constant value, there is no meaning of limit. So this is the answer I am getting. So there you go. This is the answer. So this answer is different than the previous answer. This answer and this answer both are different. They are same. They are same. This is just needs this simply needs a rationalization, and you will get the same answer. Simply multiply with under root 5 minus 5, under root 5 minus 5. Okay. So what answer you will be getting? Minus 5 divided by minus 20, because a square minus b square, 5 minus 25, that will be minus 20, multiply with under root 5 minus 5. So what is the answer you are getting? Under root 5 minus 5 divided by 4. Yes, under root 5 minus 5 divided by 4. They are the same answer only. So this could also be mentioned, or this could also be mentioned in one of the option. So you need to click on those options. So did you understand how did we solve it? This was the easier one. That sir, I tried to put x tending to infinity. I applied my concept. This time, sir, they were not the same. Infinite minus infinite form I was not getting. I took x common, x got cancelled out. Under root 5 minus 5 divided by 4 is the answer. Then here, sir, I am not satisfied with the first method. Sir, I will just go with the process that you have told me. What I will do, I will solve the upper limit separately and downward limit separately. When I tried solving the upper limit separately, what really happened was, sir, I was again getting infinite minus infinite form. Again infinite minus infinite form I was getting. Then I thought that let's take this 4x again. This 4x is already there, no? So let's take this 4x here, let's take this 4x here, let's take this 4x here. Then I am noticing that x and x is getting cancelled out. That is reducing my infinite minus infinite form. So my infinite minus infinite form is gone because of this x. So x and x is getting cancelled out. So my infinite minus infinite form is gone here. Now I can directly put x tending to infinity. If I am directly putting x tending to infinity, then minus 20x would be much bigger than 3. So 3 could be ignored. I will get minus 20x. and downwards are under root 5x plus 3x. So 5x square would be much bigger than 3x. So that I can replace with under root 5x. Okay, so under root 5x here plus 5x here, x is coming out to be common, x and x is getting cancelled out. Minus 20 by 4 under root 5 plus 5 is the answer we are getting, or I can say minus 5 by under root 5 plus 5 is the answer we are getting. Do the rationalization and we are getting the same answer. Is that clear to you or not? A very good question. These questions are having great concept. Okay, so not very straightforward, but yeah, you will build up good problem solving skills, and no matter how tough questions they ask in the examination hall, you will be able to solve it. Is that clear to you? So just see that if infinite minus infinite form is there, then I have to be aware of a few things. Okay, let's try the last question. Try doing it on your own. What you will do? If you directly put it here, again you would see that, sir, infinite minus infinite divided by, or first what my intuition will say. My intuition will say that start ignoring the things. Limit extending to infinity. 25x square is much bigger than 3x. So what I can replace this with? 5x I can replace this with. 5x minus 5x divided by 4x. There you go, infinite minus infinite. Infinite minus infinite divided by infinite. So now what my brain will say? My brain will say that solve the upper one separately, downward separately. So I tried solving upper one separately. So let's see, when I try solving upper one separately, what will I get? So have I already solved it? When I tried solving upper one separately, I was getting a fixed answer. When I tried solving upper one separately, what I will do? I will do the rationalization. Have I already done it? Where I have done it? Here I have done it. So this particular process I will again apply. The same process I will apply. Have I already done it? Yes, sir. Absolutely, sir. So why would I do it here again? Here I will simply copy whatever that I have done previously. So this step I have already done. Right? So what I was getting here. Now what this would be replaced with? Upper one is 3x. Downward will become 5x plus 5x. That will become 10x. So x and x will get cancelled out. What was the answer? 3 by 10. So here I was not getting infinite by infinite form. So upper one I am getting fixed answer. So now what this has been replaced with? Sir, I tried to solve in this manner. Limit x tending to infinity, 25x square plus 3x minus 5x divided by limit x tending to infinity, limit x tending to infinity 4x. This is how I tried to solve. I got to know that, sir, upper one is giving me fixed answer. And here, if my x tends to infinity, I will get 4 by infinity. So what is the answer I will be getting? Upper one is giving me 3 by 10, which is 0.3, and downward I am getting 4 into infinity, which is infinity only. So fixed value divided by infinity, what is the answer? 0. Right? So this will be your answer. There you go. So just as you get infinite minus infinite form anywhere, you will think that upper one separately, downward separately, right? And when I tried to solve upper one separately, I got a fixed answer here. Here, when I tried to solve upper one separately, I got to know that again I am getting infinite minus infinite form. So I thought of this 4x. What if this 4x comes here and x get cancelled out? My infinite minus infinite form is gone. Now I can apply my intuition that if x is very large, this could be reduced, this could be reduced. I applied my intuition, got the answer. But here, when I solve this one separately, I am getting a fixed answer, which is 3 by 10. So 3 by 10 divided by 4x, what that would be? 3 by 10 divided by 4 into infinity, 0.3 divided by infinity, answer will be 0. Is that clear to you or not? So this is how I need to solve. I hope every single concept is being crystal clear to you. That how to take up the example of 0 by 0, infinite by infinity, 0 into infinity, and infinite minus infinite. All these 4 forms are absolutely clear to you. I hope it is completely clear. Last question for you. Solve it in a easier manner, like in a quicker manner. I need the answer. What you will do? Sir, my x will tend to infinity. My intuition will say very large value, ignore this one. My intuition will say very large value, ignore this one. So what you will be left with? Sir, if I simply put it here, sir, I will be left with under root 3 x minus under root 2 x divided by, here also do the same thing. That if x is tending to infinity, that means this value will become very large. So this will be left with 4x. Now simply I can cut this x I can take common. So what I will be left with? Under root 3 minus under root 2 divided by 4. There you go. This is the answer. I don't know what people will apply, which method people will apply. Answer will be there in one line only. Some will build up some method that if this kind of question are there, then this is how you need to solve it. No method, nothing. First, our intuition says very large value, ignore the small values. If I was getting infinite minus infinite form, I'm not getting infinite minus infinite form here. Why is that so? Because this and this and this is getting cancelled out very easily. Here, why you are getting sir infinite minus infinite form? X you cannot cancel out. It will become 0 by 4. 5x minus 5x will not become 0. Because this is very large value. Right? But here what is the scenario? They are different values, no? Under root 3x minus under root 2x, they are completely different. Right? So this is not becoming 0 into infinity. Here it was becoming 5 minus 5, that was 0. 0 into x. So 0 into infinity it was becoming. But here it is not becoming 0 into infinity. It is becoming under root 3 minus under root 2 into infinity divided by 4 into infinity. X and x, very large value is being cancelled out with very large value. What you are left with? This much value you are left with. Are you able to understand this point? This is the answer. Now, if someone directly thinks that sir infinite minus infinite form we are getting, then they can do the rationalization. Rationalization also you can do. I am giving you the space. Do the rationalization on your own. Apply the method too. That is a homework for you. Do it on your own. Okay. Upper side you would see infinite minus infinite. So take it separately. Do the rationalization. Try to get the answer. Then downward something you will see that it is again you are getting infinite minus infinite form. Okay. Again you will get the infinite minus infinite form. Then you will see that I will have to take the help of a denominator. When you try to take the help of denominator, something good you will get, and this is the answer you will be getting. Is that clear to you? This is your homework. You should be doing on your own. Everything I should not be doing. Okay, if I do everything, that means in the examination as well you will expect that sir आप ही exam लिखाओ ना, मैं लिखाता हूँ, right? But you have to use the pen and you will have to get the answer. I am pretty sure a lot of people would have got this answer directly by using the intuitions. Understandable? Let's go to next question. This question you need to solve. Denominator is same, no? So can I write it down in this manner? Limit n tending to infinity 1 plus 2 plus dot n divided by 1 minus n square. So what is the value of 1 plus 2 plus 3 4 till n? What is the value of that? N into n plus 1 by 2. I hope you know it. N tending to infinity, it will become n into n plus 1 by 2 divided by 1 minus n square. Now n is tending to infinity. So that means if n is tending to infinity, that means this particular guy will be much larger than 1. N will be much larger than 1. So if n is tending to infinity, then what n plus 1 will say? That you can be approximated to n only. So let's see what we are getting. Limit n tending to infinity. So already there was n, then this became n divided by 2 was there. And what this 1 minus n square will say? 1 minus n square. So this minus n square will say that you can be ignored. 1 can be ignored. So what you can be replaced with? You can be replaced with minus n square. You can be replaced with minus n square. So n into n divided by 2 divided by minus n square. What this is? N square by 2 multiply with minus n square. So this and this will get cancelled out. What is the answer? Minus 1 by 2. I don't know what method people will apply. Some will say I will apply this theorem, that theorem. No theorem. Simply get the answer in this manner. Okay, theorems don't work in the examination hall. In the examination hall, your intuition work, not the theorems. Sir, I thought simply do the addition n into n plus 1 divided by 2, 1 minus n square. Then I thought, sir, n is tending to infinity. My intuition says 1 can be ignored. This downward 1 can also be ignored. This became n square by 2. This became minus n square. Simply getting cancelled out. Answer is minus 1 by 2. That's it. Someone will change it to summation r to the r equals to 1 to n. Then they will apply integration. Nothing. Answer is minus 1 by 2. Very straightforward question. Is that clear to you? Okay. Now these kind of questions are also very famous. Finding unknowns. Okay. You need to find the value of a and b here. So shall we do it in this lecture or in the next lecture? Because this lecture has become a bit lengthier. So let's do it in the next lecture. In the next lecture, finding unknowns we can do. Then this sandwich theorem is there, which is very easy, straightforward. And then we can get started with the other indefinite form as well. So let's do it in the next lecture. Okay. So finding the value of a and b, that we will see. But in this lecture, we have seen what we have seen. We have seen the limits of infinite by infinite, 0 by 0, 0 into infinity, and infinite minus infinite. How we will solve these kind of problems, that where they are asked to, where the value of limit is given, that limit value is equals to 1. So what will be the value of a and b? These kind of questions, how we will solve, that we will see in the next lecture. Understandable? Okay, then let's meet in the next lecture. Thank you very much. Happy learning. I hope you are enjoying the actual meaning of limits, continuity, and differentiability. Although till this point we have studied limits only, but calculus will feel like I will not say easy things because I never teach easy things. Okay, I could have completed limits within 1 hour as well, but I never teach easy things. No matter if I get the reach or not, because I have seen the views are coming very less. So I have understood one thing, that if the teacher would be teaching easy things only, no, so students will think that okay, we know everything, but hardly 20% of the problems they will not be able to solve from my class notes only. Forget about test series. Okay, and then they will think that I teach out of the box, I teach irrelevant things for the examination. Everything is super relevant. I will tell you one thing. Everyone would say no, that students should be solving the PYQs. In one branch, more than 5,000 students would solve the PYQs, and they will be very comfortable that, sir, we are able to solve the PYQs. Do they get the rank? All 5,000 students. Even if 5,000 students are getting the rank, that means the guy who solved the PYQ, he may get 5,000 rank as well. Why you are able to solve the PYQs? Because the notes that teacher is making, that is inclined towards the PYQs. They have seen the PYQs, then they have made the notes. So okay, this question has come, okay, I will pick up the concept and I will teach it here. And then student will be able to solve the question, and they will feel that yes, we are able to solve. In the examination, they may frame some concept out of the box as well. So yes, I also see the questions, I also see the PYQs. From that PYQ, I will understand that what concept they will be asking in the future examination. Okay, my target is not that you will be able to solve the PYQs. My target will be that you will be able to solve the test series framed by me. If you are able to solve the test series framed by me, then for sure you will be getting something good. We conducted our All India mock test. In those All India mock test, whatever the students were there under 10, no, we were not very famous last year, but whatever the students were there under 10 in the main examination, every one of them got a rank under 70, even though there was a cheating allegation in gate 196. So a lot of in this under 70, there were a lot of fake rankers were there. Still, every one of them got under 70 rank. Not even under 100, under 70 rank. Those were there in under 10. And we were not very famous as well. So not everyone wrote down those examinations. And when we conducted those 4 mock tests, the review from a lot of students were that, sir, they are irrelevant for the examination. From those All India mock tests, straight directly from there the question came. They asked decibel milliwatt. Easy student would know. So in the examination, decibel milliwatt. This time they did not give the power of, they did not give the unit of power in watt. This time they give in decibel milliwatt. The same question was there in my class notes. Not in the class notes, in the test series. Surely it was there in the class notes, but in the test series as well, I framed the question. And when I gave the video solution at that time, I said that it could be asked in the examination. It came. In the examination, they used to ask probability of a symbol error, but I thought this year they may ask probability of a bit error. In the history of the gate examination, never it came, but last year it came, and I framed the same question in the All India mock test as well. So that kind of advantage a lot of people got. So my target is not that based on the PYQs I will frame my content. No, being a teacher, my job is that yes, I am having the reference of PYQs. What could be asked in future, that I need to frame, not based on the PYQs. Okay, so that is my responsibility as a teacher, because you can also see the PYQs and you can also make your content. So what's different I am doing? If I am doing something different, I thought that people will appreciate, but again I am seeing the views which are pretty less. No problem. If one student is, even if one student is studying, no, then my job is done, and surely one student is surely studying. Okay, that I am pretty sure that at least one student will follow the complete list for sure. So I don't care about all those things much, but when I see that a pretty low level content gets the reach, but this kind of effort, people fail to, what do we say? Okay, then yeah, thank you very much. Happy learning. Let's meet in the next lecture. And here I did not want to offend anyone. Everyone does the job. It's just that we do the job in a better manner. Thank you very much. Happy learning.